Was goody, was goody. Back with another one because you know Raider Nation needed another one. We in the building. It's your Jers. This is Raiders football, y'all. Welcome, welcome. I got the big homie with me. State your name, gangster.
That's Sacktown Raider Mike here, man. How you doing today besides tired, man? Yeah, digging
I'm
on
all right.
some of those interviews and stuff, and
Yeah, I watched a little bit of both of them. I'll probably go. I really wanted to, um, yeah, I watched some of it. But I had other things I was doing on, trying to get ready for this,
right. You had a
shower,
long day too.
this stuff. So yeah,
Got home late because none nuts wouldn't help, you know, do his cleanup part of the job.
man, that pissed me off, yo. I was mad as
Must
hell about that. Like, come on, y'all. Like, let's
must
get.
be a must be a young guy.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, figures and no
It's
work
a couple
ethic.
young. It's a couple young guys up in there though. Yeah. Where's the flag? What's happening? Billy
Hey,
D. What's
what's up,
Billy?
Louis Davis? What's
Yeah,
up?
yeah, I heard PM man was talking shit. He was bragging that I lost the interview with Violator, but
Who
yeah,
who was happy about that?
piano man.
Oh, fuck you.
Yeah, he was like, "What is?" He said, "Did you do something to piano man?" I'm like, "No, I don't even talk to that nigga like that. I don't even talk to him. Period." He's like, "Man, he was ripping you earlier. He was talking crazy." Said the Violator don't need to do interview with me. He better off doing it with somebody else. I'm like, man.
As
Roll
usual,
up.
he's
I
spouting
said,
off shit he knows nothing about.
heard that nigga. Oh, right. Like, if he was to start a channel, he'd probably never get monetized because nobody likes his ass.
Ugh. He'd get one from his mom that lives upstairs.
One dream. What's happening?
One dream. What's up, man?
Feel like I was just on the phone with you. But no, I'm just joking. You talking about this bum ass nigga piano man, yo. He was talking shit about me earlier in the Raiders joint when the pressers was on when they were
he was
live.
ju- he was jumping Bob shit too.
Talking about what did he say? Oh,
He said,
he said you heard that Europe didn't get the interview with the Violator. He don't need to do the interview with Europe. He said Europe's gonna bring him down. I'm like, bitch, you don't even know me, nigga. Shut the fuck.
"Fuck." He's always spouting off what he knows nothing about. Makes him feel
What did you?
powerful, I guess.
But yeah, y'all. For those who don't know, uh the interview with the Violator is canceled for now. Um, he said that unfortunately he wasn't able to be available for the 26th of August. So little mix up on the date, but it's fine. We're gonna try again. You know what I'm saying? So at first you don't succeed, try again. You feel me? So how we gonna do? I'm gonna hit him back and see if we could reschedule. Um, yeah. It's cool. I'm not even mad for real. I'm not even mad. I ain't sad. I ain't. It's just it is what it is with me. You feel me? He said 25 sucks, bro. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. It could be worse for me, for real. But you know, I did have some goals that I set out for this year, and shit. To be honest, I've reached them goals. You feel me? I said I was gonna start a podcast. I did. Um, you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of things, you know what I'm saying. But I'm still cool. It's all good though. Um, but I will hit him back to see. Probably I'm gonna hit him probably like this weekend. Shoot him a text to see if he wants to reschedule some other time and stuff. So, and if he doesn't want to, then it's fine. But we just gonna try. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna try. But man, I heard the defense, man. The defense
Yeah.
stepped it up today.
Yes, they
The
did, man. They got tired of getting burnt, man. Yeah.
Cameron Richardson had about 2 interceptions.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. That's a good thing. That's a
Yeah.
good
He,
thing.
he cut off one
It,
right in the end zone.
See, this is good for it's good because you know if it's one or 2 days maybe the offense, and you might get 1 or 2 days from defense. You know what I'm saying? So that's good.
Yeah.
It's balancing itself out. You feel me? So
Yep.
I
Well,
like it.
defense is getting used to this the new offense they're running now. So now they're starting to, okay, I know what you guys are doing. So,
Right. They say Devon White is back to the old Devon White. I told y'all. I fucking
yep.
told y'all. And it ain't like he capping because Pete Carroll backed him up on that. He says, yeah, he's back to the old Devin White.
Yep.
And that's a good thing because we need that Devin White if we want to even go to the playoffs or anything. You know what I'm saying? We need that Devin White. You know what I'm saying? We're going to need our corners, our safeties, our linemen, our D tackles, our defensive ends, our did I say linebacker? Well, I'm gonna say it again. Our linebackers, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, man, we need just that whole defense to step it up. So
Yep.
I'm liking what
And
I'm
they,
hearing.
yeah, and they did today too. So, like you said, there's going to be some days when the offense wins, or some days when the defense wins. There's going to be some days when, both offense and defense are looking good, but somebody's going to lose each snap. Somebody's
Right.
going to lose.
Somebody gonna lose. Yes, sir. I apologize for me yawning, y'all. It's probably gonna happen throughout tonight, but I'm good though. Until I crash. So we gonna see what's up. Let's see what we got here. So do you want to watch the Dante Thorne or do you want to watch the pressers first?
It's up to you. I have not seen the doc. I never was able to get back to that training camp video. I was busy, talking to people and stuff. I had to get a hold of Hellraider, find out if he's okay, and I was talking to Bob and never got.
All
So
right.
I'd like to see that one too. I haven't seen that one yet.
Break it up.
Huh? Oh
You
shit!
were
I'm on the
breaking up.
wrong page. Oh, I'm sorry. I said, yeah, I haven't seen that one yet.
Which
I gotta
one?
admit, the
Oh, the
Dante
Dante
Thornton.
Thorne one. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't have time to get back to that because I got busy on calls to stuff I needed to do.
No, you good. You good. Here it is, right here, front and center. So,
Cool,
um,
coolio.
Internet with a clear all-in-monthly price you can trust.
turn
We
this
listen.
music.
Get Extreme Internet 300 with unlimited data included, plus your essential internet equipment and powerful Wi-Fi, all for just $50 a month for 1 year. Shop online today.
Of the Raiders Training Camp Podcast presented by SiriusXM. I'm your host, Vince Sapienza. Well, we have made it 2 days into padded practice for the silver and black, and the boys were thumping. The aggression, the physicality, the violent nature that football players love was on full display
I don't like his
over
voice.
the course of 2 practices.
I don't either.
It's just AI
As
as
we
a
look through the
motherfucker.
notebook of what we saw over the course of those 2 practices for the Raiders, a lot of interesting things. Now, we'll obviously start with the biggest wow play that fans got to witness on day 1 of padded practice, and that was the 65-ish, 70-ish yard bomb from Geno Smith to Dante Thornton Jr., who we're going to hear from here in a couple minutes on the Raiders Training Camp podcast. But that play in itself just gave you a small taste of the excitement that the rookie class has in its totality, because Dante Thornton Jr., a middle round pick, a guy who has all the physical features that you look for in a wide receiver, is now delivering, at least on an early basis, here for the Raiders. And getting on the same page with Geno Smith this early has been, one of those things that they're enjoying, obviously, early on, and that I don't know if it's happening earlier than they would have hoped so, but it's happening now, and that's a good start for the Raiders. But I want to stay with Geno here for just a moment, because we're seeing the process play out in real time, right? We are seeing that progress being made. I'll give you an example. On Sunday, they were doing one-on-ones, tight ends versus linebackers and safeties, wide receivers versus corners, and Geno Smith threw a pass to Brock Bowers in the back of the end zone. He was looking for a back shoulder pass, but Brock turned the wrong way.
Damn.
About 5 minutes later during team drills, that same exact route was run, and it was executed because they both got on the same page. And the level of celebration we saw from Brock Bowers, immediately spiking the football and then going over to Geno and having a quick conversation. Now, on the opposite end of the spectrum, we saw, it's not always perfect in training camp, and we saw that as well during red zone drills. Geno Smith looking for Trey Tucker, threw a ball in the back of the end zone, gets picked off by DeCameron Richardson, who we're going to talk about here in a little bit as well. But immediately after that play, Geno Smith ran over to Trey Tucker, and they had about, a 10, 15-second conversation about what they saw, what they didn't see, what they were looking for, et cetera, et cetera. And while we didn't see them make up for it per se in the red zone subsequently, it's something to look for now in the next few weeks as they get on the same page and they find different things. I should also point out that on Sunday that Geno Smith, like the pass to Dante Thornton in pads, made a similar deep ball throw in 11-on-11 to Trey Tucker. So getting on that same page, has something we have seen play out in real time, and it's happening in a quicker fashion than, I think we've seen, frankly, in our time here in Las Vegas. We're seeing that quarterback wide receiver chemistry come to fruition. Now, when we talk about training camp battles, I think there's a few position groups that we looked at and said, yeah, there's going to be some training camp battles. There's one that's been maybe a bit of surprise to most of us, and that's the one that's happening on the offensive line at center. Pete Carroll talked about how it is a real competition going on right now between Jackson Powers-Johnson and Jordan Meredith. And it has been a competition of who's been taking first-team reps with the ones in Jackson Powers-Johnson and Jordan Meredith. And for those that are saying, what's going on with Jackson Powers-Johnson, the answer quite simply is nothing. In fact, it's the opposite. You should be asking, what is Jordan Meredith doing so well? So Pete Carroll talked about during the offseason about how they were looking at tape, he and the coaching staff, and Jordan Meredith was turning heads. He obviously played a lot of guard, hasn't done much, if any, center in his career, but his profile fits what the Raiders want to do on that offensive line. Be athletic, be quick, something Jordan Meredith is very good at, and be powerful, kind of at that focal point in the center. So right now, Pete Carroll said it's very real competition. And competition, that's not to say one has a leg up on the other, but they're both competing. And thus far into training camp, they've been taking daily rotations with that first team offense. So it's something we'll continue to monitor. We'll see how it plays out the rest of the way over the course of the next few weeks, because there's still a lot of time between now and the start of the regular season. One other training camp battle that continues to get a lot of love and a lot of attention, and it's one we talked about prior to training camp getting going, is in the secondary, specifically at the cornerback spot. If there's been one constant in that corner spot, it's been Eric Stokes. Eric Stokes has kind of lived up to what many have hoped for. He's a former first-round pick that had a tough time staying on the field. Injuries have plagued his career. So when we look at that secondary, Eric Stokes has kind of been the fixture. And on the opposite side, we've seen Darian Porter get a lot of run. Now, the last few days during training camp, it's been DeCameron Richardson rotating in with Darian Porter, the rookie corner, with the ones on defense. And as I mentioned before, DeCameron Richardson has been making some big plays. I mentioned that one in the red zone, picking off Geno Smith in the ones versus the ones during the red zone drills. But he's a guy that keeps getting rotation. The other big name to keep your eye on and keep your ear on the ground for is JT Woods. JT Woods was one of the free agents signed right before training camp, and he's a guy that fits the mold of a Pete Carroll secondary, big, long, rangy, athletic, and fast. And he has been getting a lot of run with the twos on the defensive side of the ball with DeCameron Richardson or Darian Porter, depending on how they were rotating. Now, that obviously leaves the odd man out, at least for this point, in Ja'Cory Bennett. And Ja'Cory Bennett, obviously, his season was cut short a year ago for shoulder surgery. He was playing through a torn labrum. His shoulder was hanging by a piece of twine, basically, getting popped in and out every time he made contact. So he's fully healthy now, but it seems to be a little bit of an uphill battle at this point for Ja'Cory Bennett when it comes to the reps, because we just have not seen him get the same number of reps that he has compared to a JT Woods or DeCameron Richardson or Darian Porter, etc. in the last few days. As I mentioned, nothing is set in stone. Nothing is penned. Everything on the roster, the depth chart is in pencil right now. Plenty of runway to go and plenty of storylines to talk about. As Pete Carroll was asked, who are the guys that are jumping out early on in terms of padded practices during training camp? And he said, Jack Besh, who has shown off his physicality, catching balls in traffic, fighting through hands. Dante Thornton Jr., who we're going to hear from here in just a moment. And on the defensive side of the ball, Jamal Adams, known for his physicality. He is healthy and ready to go, so that's good news for the Raiders defense. But the other big name to keep an eye on is Devon White, former Super Bowl champion. Pete Carroll literally said he's back to what he was prior to the injury-plagued last couple seasons and what he was doing in Tampa Bay. So Pete Carroll's been really happy with what he's seen there. And last but not least, Ashton Jeanty. Pete Carroll was asked about the running back rotation between Sincere McCormick and Zamir White. And while he's talking about Sincere getting some good reps, Zamir kind of standing alone, being the biggest back in that running back room, he goes, I just have to talk about Ashton Jeanty. As good as he's been running the ball, his best moment so far in training camp is when he got rocked in the backfield, taken down by Elandon Roberts. And it wasn't the fact that he got rocked. It's the fact that he got right back up. Pete Carroll says it was his reaction. He reacted in the best possible way, in the way you would hope any rookie would respond in their first NFL training camp. So nothing but high praise for Ashton Jeanty, living up to what the hype was as a 6th overall pick. But at this time, from one rookie to another, it's time for
I don't think getting smacked is living up to the hype. Yeah, I'm just joking. But I knew he was going to smack somebody, though. I didn't know it was going to be Benson. I knew he was going to hand on somebody. I just didn't know it was going to be Benson.
Podcast presented by SiriusXM.
This is Dante Thornton, y'all.
Dante Thornton Jr. Dante, welcome in. First time in the studio. How's it feel here?
It's nice, man. Great light in the hair. I love it.
Okay. Now, we were talking before. We got to clear some things up. It's Dante Thornton Jr.
Indeed.
Well, how else could that have gone?
I don't know, man.
I've heard a bunch of different variations.
Sure. Most times it's
What?
Deontay. But that's my little brother's name.
Okay.
Yeah, but my name Dante.
Oh, so that's why it might have, that might, like picking the scab. That's your little brother. Okay, you're Dante Thornton Jr. You are a rookie wide receiver for the Raiders, and your first training camp in the National Football League. First things
How
first.
You get Deontay from Dante mixed up?
You
idiot. Like, what's up with these people? They done got new people in this bitch, and they don't know a can of worms from regular worms.
So you felt right. At what point did the body start being like, this is different?
Oh, when I woke up this morning, my back was stiff, my knee was hurting. Like, yeah, it's that time for real.
So after the first day of pads, your name is a name that was brought up by head coach Pete Carroll in terms of shining on the first couple days of pads. I know as players, you always want to block out the noise, but when it's your head coach singing some praise, what is that like?
Oh, it means a lot to me. Like, I talk to Coach Pete every single day, and I feel like he's a big reason for why I'm here. And for me, it's a big thing to make sure I give my all every single day because I know that everybody
Bro, sound what it do.
including my head coach, really believe in me a lot. So like, I know that I have to give my all every single day.
Yeah, bros down.
Little story. I don't know if it was after day 1 of practice or day 2 with pads. That after practice, he kind of went up to you and shook you to make sure, hey, are you good? And he looked in your eyes and he's like, yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
What has that interaction been like on a personal level with Pete?
Oh, it's been great. Like, he's been doing that since I got here from the start. And I think that's for him, is just making sure I'm, like, of course, with me being a rookie and stuff like that, just trying to check in on me and see if I'm adjusting well to it. But I love it. Like, having a coach that's constantly on you, and it's not even in a negative way, is always a great feeling to have.
So, obviously, your name has been one that continues to be talked about in the first couple of days of padded practice here in training camp for the Raiders. And on social media, the big catch and run and touchdown from Geno, first play of 11 on 11, ones versus ones. How much did your phone blow up just from that? Was that a welcome to the NFL moment? Can you describe everything that went into that?
I definitely feel like it was a welcome to the NFL moment. And really, for me, it was a little crazy because pre-snap, like before we made the play, Geno asked me what my route was. I was like, I don't know if he think I'm confused or not. So like, I went out there and ran it, and like, next thing you know, I look up for the ball. I just look back because I didn't know if the ball would come to me or not. But we always talk about a receiver and the ball's coming to you until it isn't. So the moment I looked up, I seen that he threw it. I'm like, oh man. That's why he kept asking me what the route was, because he was going to throw me the ball. So it definitely was a great feeling. Just knowing that Geno has the confidence for the first play of the drive, ones against ones and 11 on 11, for him to take a shot like that and throw it to me is a great feeling to have.
And you are getting a lot of runs with the ones right now. And confidence is a buzzword that gets thrown a lot during training camp. But for a first-year player like yourself, ingratiating yourselves with the offense, your new teammates, a new city, how big and where is your confidence level this early on in camp?
I said my confidence is really high, and from an aspect of like where I'm at right now is not because of me or anything I've done. Like, of course I had to put in work to get here, but I'm right where God wanted me to be at. So I'm just really coming out on the field every single day and taking advantage of every opportunity I get, and just embracing the moments that I'm out there, and just the fact that I'm here, because this was a lifelong dream for me as a little kid. So just knowing that I'm living out that dream at the highest level is a great feeling. So I feel like there's no reason not to have a lot of confidence.
We talked about with your fellow rookie wide receiver Jack Besh about the transition from college to the pros and how different everything is.
Thanks,
and you mentioned early on in camp that the speed was different. I couldn't help but chuckle inside because everything we knew about you coming in was speed, 4.3 speed, 6.5, all this stuff. So what has that speed been like coming into an NFL training camp?
Oh, it's been tricky. Like, of course, like with me coming to the school that I played at in college, we was a big tempo team. So that's part of it. Isn't the crazy part for me, but more so just learning and just adjusting the defense and seeing how pre-snapping maybe one coverage, and then when we snap the ball, it's totally different. So being able to look at the coverage pre-snap, then post-snap, knowing that I got to check it again before I run my route, because it might change based on how they rotate as the safeties, or if the corner go being cover 2 or cover 3 bailing out. So just knowing that I have to constantly keep my eyes up and look around, because things are constantly changing.
So let's get to the bottom of this. There's been a lot of talk. You already know where I'm going, don't you?
Yeah.
You already know where I'm going. There was so much talk about route trees. Mm-hmm. That became quite a buzzword. Every time you're brought up pre-draft and even post-draft with the Raiders about your route tree. Can you talk about your route tree? Right?
I started to say, like,
shit,
I've been
the nigga done talked about it since he got drafted.
Younger than that. So, like, to me, it's like a bunch of people are saying that, and I feel like it's more so from an aspect of them not truly watching my film from my whole college career. Like, my first 2 years at Oregon, I ran the full route tree, every single route you could think of, crossing routes, posts, curls, everything like that. So I guess my last 2 years being my most productive years in my college career, everyone felt like I wasn't running the full route tree depending on what my offense was. And I just want to say that I know for sure that I'm confident in my ability to run every route. But more importantly for me, just knowing that there's a bunch of people that constantly keep saying that, it's more motivation to me, like, to keep working on that, to show people, like, I know I can do this and that, and I can do it at a high level.
You know, we talk about the mental game all the time. How difficult is it to not get frustrated by all these people saying that type of thing and going out there and doing your thing?
Yeah, I would say, like, in the future, it was a little hard for me because I was already, like, aside, like, where it was a point in my career where I was projected as an undrafted free agent. So, like, knowing that I got drafted in the 4th round shows that this coaching staff and everybody upstairs, they truly believe in my ability. So knowing that I had that confidence from that, just going in to, like, the pre-draft process, post-draft, and then once I got here, my main mindset was just to focus on running my routes, to truly show people that I can do that. And now, and even after I got drafted, I really ain't worried about, like, yeah, they're going to say what they're going to say, but regardless, people going to talk regardless. They're going to say whatever they want on social media because they have the freedom to do that. I'm not going to let that impact me.
Take us inside training camp. Obviously we've seen fans get to watch little bits here and there at practice on the field. Take us inside these meeting rooms, inside these team rooms. What is the vibe like? Because we see it on the field. We see it start with Pete. We see the coaches going nuts. You guys are obviously having a good time being out on the field.
Yeah.
But the work was really behind the scenes, right? So take us in what training camp is like behind the scenes.
I say just a brief breakdown of the schedule. We come in, do your rehab stuff, pre-practice treatment and all that stuff, get ready for practice. We go out and practice. I feel like that the practice part is the easiest part of the day, really, because we come back at the practice, a full day of practice out there for however long it is. Then you got to come in. We got meetings from 1 p.m. and we don't get finished with the day until 6:30ish. So it's a long day. You got to be able to sit in those meetings and, yeah, we in there watching film, so you can easily engage with those. You may be tired, but just knowing that if you feel like you had a good practice, you're gonna be excited to go in there and watch film. Even if you had a bad practice, you're still gonna be excited to go in there and see what you did wrong and how you can fix that and learn from it. So even though it may be long days and very tiring, for me, I love it. I get to be around a bunch of people that have the same goal as me, that's going out there on the field and giving the best they can so they can win. So for me, it's getting that competitive edge with learning more. You're really just being able to lock in with football, just constantly keep learning more and more. Every single day, I watch them at the practice, and I take small things from each and everybody that's in the receiver room, and even different position groups. I watch Jacoby every single day, and 2 practices ago, he did a release, and I told him I'm gonna start doing that. And the next day we came out, I did it the whole practice, and it worked. So just knowing that I can watch other people and learn from the film that I'm watching shows me that I can constantly keep learning every single day.
Yeah, you talk about those long days. Who are you leaning on those long days? Because again, everybody here loves football, right? So that there's an understanding there. Hey, we love football, but they are long days, right? So who are you leaning on to keep you locked in, to keep you focused on the right things, learning how to be a pro early on in your career?
I say in terms of learning how to be a pro, for sure, I'm leaning on Trey Tucker and Jacoby a lot, but also Justin Shorter, in the meeting room, and specifically for receiver meetings, we sit right next to each other. So we always give each other energy, whether that's 7 o'clock in the morning or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So having him next to me and knowing he's a guy that has a lot of energy, it makes me want to be upbeat and have a lot of energy also.
Everyone got their seats?
Yeah.
How quickly did you figure out your spot? Because that's always a part of it, right?
For sure. I sat in the first open seat I seen, really. And from that moment on, that's your locked in seat. Even when we go to team meetings, everybody's sitting in the same exact seat every day.
So if you weren't comfortable, you better get comfortable.
Oh, for sure.
Talk to me a little bit about your rookie class as a whole. It feels like there's a lot of expectations, not just on you, not just on the Ash, but as the collective, right? There's a lot of hope and high aspirations. How have you guys come together as a rookie class? Not just the drafted guys, but the undrafted guys as well.
I say to start, I love those guys. Every single day, even when we came in for rookie minicamp at OTAs, we were the only ones here. We leaned on each other a lot because we all had the same goal of trying to do whatever we could to make the team whatever it was. And like I said in the beginning of just talking about this, I love those guys. Every single day, there's never a time where I can come in if I'm feeling down. It's always somebody trying to pick me up. And the number one person I say is Caleb Rogers. There's never a time where I'm on the field and he don't even if he feel like I might be down, he's first person. Come on, we gotta go. Right. Shake my hand, and he do that every single day. And we have a group chat whether we send I feel like our room or just the rookie class in general, we're big men of faith. Yeah. So we have a group chat with all the rookies and stuff like that, and we send prayers and stuff in there every single day. So I feel like that is another thing that helps us grow closer to each other.
That's amazing. Before we let you go, I know there's preseason. You got to get through the rest of training camp. Have you let your mind wander to that first game inside Allegiant Stadium amongst Raider Nation? Again, you had a small taste of it at training camp with the big touchdown on day one of pads. Have you let your mind wander to get
to you just got back getting chill already.
Wow. It's my first year in the NFL, so of course I'm going to let my brain and mind wander on down the season or to when the game starts. And of course, I feel that's a big part of that is just trying to imagine yourself making those plays and stuff like that so they can come into fruition. So I definitely think about that a lot.
He is Dante Thornton Jr., Raiders rookie wide receiver. Dante, thank you for joining the Raiders podcast, training camp podcast presented by Sirius XM. Look forward to the rest of training camp, the preseason, and the regular season. Best of luck.
I appreciate you.
All right, that is Dante Thornton. And if you want to check out Dante Thornton Jr., and the rest of the Raiders at Allegiant Stadium. You have
Look,
a chance to
not
do
keep
so
saying
on
his name
Saturday,
like he about to
August
forget it
2nd at
again.
1
Stupid ass nigga.
o'clock. Tickets are going for $5, but 100% of the proceeds will go to the Raiders Foundation. Visit Raiders.com/open practice for tickets.
God damn
And
it.
this has been the Raiders Training Camp Podcast presented by Sirius XM. We'll see you next week.
Shoot, that was a good one, huh?
Yeah, it was. I'm still writing down. God damn it. Fucking.
So,
I gotta go.
well, if you writing stuff down, I'll go first.
Yes, please.
Uh, he's gonna be good. He's gonna be real good. Um, the man looks like he studies. He knows what to do. He tries to. He's a lot like me. If I see something that works, if I see something from another person that works, I'm gonna try to use that too into my game, and then try to implement it into my game and
Right.
do it
Another
how
tool.
I do it. You see how, and if it works, then you got something. So that's a good thing I heard about him too. Another thing
Yes.
is the group text through all the rookies. I think we haven't even heard shit like this in the past rookies, that we picked up. You know what I'm saying? They all God fearing men. Not saying that the other rookies ain't, but these rookies, they lean on God a lot. They pray, they do good, what I mean? Certain stuff like that. I think that goes a long way. You know what I'm saying? And that brings you even closer. Because guess what? If you don't know the saying, Sat, you about to hear it right now. But a family that prays together stays together.
Stays
You feel
together.
me? And that's facts. You know what I mean? So I like what I'm hearing, bro. I like it. You know what I'm saying? I think Dante is gonna be like really like sneaky, like he's under the radar really good. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna surprise a lot of corners. He's gonna fuck a lot of corners up too. Especially with them type of releases that he's learning from Jacoby and them. Oh yeah, he's gonna do damage. It's finna be a wrap. So you know what I mean? Then what else he was saying? He was saying the route tree thing.
Yeah.
Oregon, he ran every route that he could that they asked him to, which was true. When he got to Tennessee, they only asked him to run these specific routes and to get open. He did that, and shoot, he had success. So I'm saying, why can't he do that here? You know what I'm saying? I don't think there's anything that's going to stop him. I'm gonna say these rookies, period. Dante Thornton, because we're talking about him though. I don't see nothing stopping this man, from being who he wants and getting to where he needs to be. You know what I'm saying? I don't he's gonna do everything in his power to be one of the best on our team. You know what I'm saying? He's already starting with the ones. Pete Carroll's always giving him praise. Other teammates is looking out
Yeah.
for him. Caleb Rogers, I think he can be a leader also. They say he's the leader out of all the rookies anyway, so I thought that was dope to hear. I heard that thing like yesterday or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was dope. I think that's dope to hear. Anytime you need somebody like that on the team, you see somebody that's having a fucked up day or a messed up day, and then they turn around and be like, "Bro, you good? Like, you all right? You want to talk about it? What's up?" And they be like, "Nah, I'm straight, but I appreciate you." That goes a long way too. People
Mm-hmm.
don't forget shit like that. I was having a bad day. I mean, CR came through and just made me laugh or some what I mean, some wild shit. So um, but back to Dante Thornton, I think he's gonna be fine, bro. Like for real. I think we're gonna see a lot of 70 yarders this season, y'all.
Yep.
So get your popcorn ready. Get your
Yep.
popcorn ready. Oh, what you got, gangster?
Well, as usual, we think of so much alike. I got pretty much the same notes as you just said, about Pete. Pete
Right.
Carroll says he is shining, and we've been hearing that all along. So that was pretty good. But as one of the things, his confidence is building, and
Mm-hmm.
that's huge. That's when you could stop thinking about so much and just do your job. You know,
Just play, yeah.
yeah. And then the next thing, of course, was the BS route tree talk. I mean, can we let it go? I mean, he
Yeah, I'm
just wasn't
tired.
asked. He just wasn't. No, not you. I mean, can these
I know.
reporters? I mean, that's a fucking Raider reporter. You know,
Yeah, I know.
why keep bringing that shit up when he's already proved that? And the Raiders said weeks ago that
Mm-hmm.
months ago that he has a route tree. He just wasn't asked to do it at his last year.
Right.
So he has a route tree. He just wasn't asked to do that last year. Um, fact that he loves the long days, he's eating it up. That's awesome. He's in, you
Yeah.
know. And the last thing you already mentioned it, but he's watching Trey Tucker and Jacoby Myers and picking up little things from them to
Mm-hmm.
incorporate, another tool in the toolbox, so to say. You
Yeah.
know, so another rookie that's knows he's a rookie and looks to the veterans for guidance, and that's awesome. And that both those guys will take him under the wing if he wants them to.
Right. Exactly.
So that's all I got.
And who's to say they didn't already? You feel me?
Right, right. They probably have.
Right. Exactly.
I'm
So,
sure they already have. If he's
right.
watching them, I'm sure they know it, and he's talked to them about it. And
Right.
so,
Nah, facts. Nah, it's
that's what's
definitely
going around camp right now. Everybody's helping everybody. Veterans are helping the rookies, you know,
right.
or even the new guys, the free agents, new to the team, I should say.
Receives that in
And
Right.
Ashton.
Well, this is the presser. Pete Carroll, Devon White, Adam Butler, Malcolm Kooce, and Jonah Laulu, y'all. Pete Carroll's first.
We've noticed a rotation going on at center with Jackson and Jordan Meredith. Hey, what has Jordan Meredith shown you guys since you guys have been here? And what's how do you feel?
I like what he says about Jordan Meredith.
First off, it's just
Yep.
He's always competing. These guys are battling for their playing time, and they're battling. It's a good battle. Yes, but Jordan specifically,
I'm chilling, bro.
He played really efficiently last year. His numbers and his consistency really showed up, even though he didn't seem right as a regular all the time. So, he just opened our eyes in the offseason studies, and so we're just giving him a shot. JPJ's working his tail off, and both those guys are battling, so it just makes us better. And they're not the only two. There's battles across the board, but that's one that, that jumps out at you.
Speaking with those battles, could you please talk about Sincere and Zamir and their battling?
Yeah,
I didn't even know they were battling.
Running back group. It's the variety of the styles of the guys. I love
G-Fan with a dude.
kind of makeups of guys.
What's up, nephew?
He's biggest, strongest of the group, and he really runs tough. It's all over the film from his past. He's running at guys. He's attacking downhill, and I love that he brings that to us. Sincere, who didn't get a lot of playtime last year, did really well when he did, and he's shown he's got a real knack. He's got really, really good quick feet that are real natural to the position, and he makes guys miss. And so right now it's just keep giving them the ball, and we'll just keep logging plays and reps, and we'll figure it out. But we're real happy with the spot. I also, just to say something about Ashton, he's had a couple great days now. He's done a little bit of everything. Ran tough, caught the ball well, looked elusive and fast and explosive. So it just makes the position group really exciting. And we don't have Raheem here; they're having a baby right now, and so we're giving him all that freedom to do that well. And but he's been in it too, so it's a good group.
The other side of the ball, can you talk a little bit about what you've seen, the energy from Jonah Laulu, and just him trying, not even trying.
Frank, what up, Frank?
Yeah. I've said this a few times to you guys that Jonah had really flashed last year when he played, and consistent. He didn't all the time, didn't log a ton of plays, but he shows all of the traits. He's really long, plays really aggressive. He's really good technique-wise. He's a little bit quicker than you might think for a big guy, and he uses it well. His resolve about coming
from the offseason all the way through to camp is really clear. He's really on it. He's playing day after day after day. He's doing things right. He's playing really hard, and he's really tuned in. He's playing tough. So he's making a great pitch for you. He's got there a lot. So it's good.
Talking about the DBs, JT Woods and Cameron Richardson seem to be ascending in a lot of ways. What about those two players?
Okay, they're ascending.
I love that. I love that.
They're ascending.
He's been doing a really nice job. He's had some really competitive plays. He's won some one-on-ones just in the first couple of days of pads here, and I've got high hopes for JT. He looks just right. He's really fast. He's really coordinated. Can catch the ball well and all of that. He listens and he's comfortable with what we're asking him, the style of play. He's suitable. He looks pretty typical, I would guess, for us, for our kinds of guys. So he's going to get a heck of a chance to see what he can do and how he can contribute. So it's good positives to start with.
Talk about competition today. Go ahead.
Pete, we saw Devon with the interception today. Can you talk a little bit about your confidence in the group of linebackers that you have?
Yeah,
Devon White had an interception today too.
Yep.
We have totally changed this position group, from what you've seen in the past, and
Hell yeah.
These guys all bring background and experience and toughness and a hard-nosed attitude, physicality to them. It's pretty exciting, and to see that the effect they're having on the younger guys and kind of shifting their intensity and how they're playing and coming downhill. Johnny Glenn's got some decisions coming up here. It's going to be a really competitive group throughout, and we can play 6 guys right now. They can all play, and they can get in there. So that's a good problem. It's a tough problem to deal with.
Glad you better, Hellraider.
We have talked maybe a lot about Pratt. But he brings a real toughness and
now you can do that interview for me.
He's had a really diverse background in different spots. Very comfortable moving him around, and we're seeing that also out of Devon. That was a great play made today. Now, but
I didn't let you wear the mask.
Be the best plays on practice yesterday as well. He's back. He was on top of the world a few years ago, and then things kind of just didn't work out for one reason or another, and he's back in action now. And he came up to me and said, "I'm all in now," and he was dead serious in how he said it. And you can see it. And so with E-Rob kind of leading the charge, it's a really fun group.
Alex Bachman's a kid that just keeps making plays, just keeps showing up. Would you talk about him, please?
Yeah, I'm not ignoring that. He has been doing it throughout the offseason, and he's come to camp with the playmaking. It's just happening. He's getting in the right spots. He's got really good quickness. He's fast. He's a fast kid. He's got a lot of experience in his background. He just hasn't played very much. I'm not holding that against him. He's in the midst of all this stuff, and I see it too. I see him. He's making plays every day, and we can count on him. So it's a great sign. He's doing well in special teams too.
Alex Bachman.
Build a culture of this organization, this team on a daily basis. What are you seeing in the process, and what little things do you try to do each day to get to where you want it to be?
There's so much. There's so much that we're doing from a day-to-day basis, going back to the messages that we started with, and setting the expectations and the guidelines for how this is supposed to feel. And when it is the feel part of what culture is really about, when you sense where you're supposed to be, how it's supposed to go, how we respond, what's expected, and when the players embrace that and they add their own little thises and that's to it, now we're moving in a good direction now. I can feel it. This is how it's supposed to feel according to what I've experienced, and maybe even with stronger leadership early on. And the direction of this team it's unknown right now. We don't know. I couldn't tell you anything what's going to happen. But I do know they're going to be together, and I do know they're going to play for one another, and they're going to feel that connection that is so important to the culture and the effect of the culture on the performance. And it's about how we play, but it's the mentality that drives them to study and to work and to give it up for one another and to make the plays and toughness wise because they have to, because we're counting on them, and that's all about this whole thing. So there's so many aspects to it. It's ongoing, moment to moment, situation to situation, and I'm just trying to be right in the middle of all of it and keep giving them a format that they can embrace and they can take to where we're capable of going.
mentioned the curiosity level of when you get the pads on, seeing how guys respond. I thought Jack Best yesterday
that's
really responded, but also Dante Thornton when the pads came on.
It's a good acknowledgement, really, because Jack really played well yesterday. And sometimes coaches have been saying that, you guys hear it, you got to wait to put the pads on and see what he looks like. Well, Jack looked really good yesterday. He blocked well. He caught the ball in traffic. He made some tough catches. He was hustling like crazy, and he showed up. He was all over the place, so I think it was obvious he's one of those guys. He's got the feel. He's got the sense. He can play the game, and that was really good to see. Dante continues to do stuff. He's making plays. He got deep yesterday. You guys saw that one. A huge play by Gino to find him laid down down the corner. And he came through, made the catch. He's made tough catches over the middle. He's caught the slant routes where he's getting banged around and all that. And he's comfortable with it. I just stopped him after practice just to look him in the eye and just try to get a feeling. Is it seeming too big for him? He's right in it. And so I'm really excited about his chance to help us.
As much as you love competition, everyone knows about Bowers and Mayer, but man, Kadir and Runyon and Thomas, your tight end room is really deep. Would you talk about that group, please?
Yeah, we shouldn't overlook Ian now. Ian is a good football player. He's been a starter a lot of places, and he's played really good ball, and he's in great shape. He's fast. He's tough. He's got the experience that shows up. He makes good decisions at the right time. It's a really good group, and the young guys they're flashing. They're flashing. So. It's a very strong spot for us.
At our training camp, you said a lot of really good things about Max and even Jonah just now and Tyree. When you look at that defensive line holistically, what are some traits that really just impresses you about the whole group?
Well, we're athletic. We're a lot of quickness in that group. We're not necessarily the biggest group, but across the board, everybody moves really well, and so we're going to play to that. And it's interesting. We're just trying to draw out the special qualities that each guy has to see where we're going to fit and how we can use them and how we can tweak them a little bit here. So that's a real competitive group, and that's going to take us all camp. It's going to take us through the games and all of that to figure that out. There's no rush, but it's a good spot because there's enough guys that have something to show you, and so we just got to give them the right opportunities and see if we can draw out the best in them.
Where does Kooce fit into that?
Well, we're counting on Malcolm, to be a big factor. He's really athletic and he's really natural player and he's got good instincts and all that. We're counting on him to be an edge rusher for us, and he's vying to play on the other side for Max. And we came here thinking that he would be the other side guy because he had the best chance, but missing all last year, he's got to get back on track, which he's done a great job of. Today on the turf, first time, he didn't get as many plays. I just want to make sure we get him through this first day out there and expect a lot out of him. So the group is going to be really competitive again.
Mike Lopez, what's happening, bro?
Tyree is really important.
Mike.
Long time.
He's got marvelous talent and all. We got to get the most out of him, the best out of him. So we'll see what happens.
Facts. Not afraid of your strengths.
Pads.
Is your name Willie?
Willie, Harry, and Honda.
You mentioned with the pads coming on how much Jack Best stood out. I'm wondering, when you looked at the team as a whole, was there anybody else that particularly looked different once they had the pads on and played to a different level?
Devon White really jumped. He jumped out both these 2 days. Yeah, he's a ball player. And some guys and Jamal too. They're just football players that really understand the game. They've got a way about them, and you give them a chance. Greedy Vance, he did a nice job too, and he's a young kid coming out of nowhere, not USC nowhere, but just being a free agent and all that. Little guy, he played like crazy yesterday and again today. So yeah, it's happening. It's happening in different places. Yeah.
When you've seen a lot of quarterback running back combinations, obviously, in your career. You have a veteran like Gino and a running back like Ashton. A lot of times, a veteran, they have to carry that load, but Ashton comes with such confidence. How can his presence and the way that he runs and his confidence in the backfield help Gino this year?
He had a marvelous day today. I don't know if you guys saw the play when E-Rob just smacked him in the backfield and knocked him on his tail, and he bounced right back up. Didn't care. Didn't even phase him. A perfect reaction and response. And then the next carry, he busted, and the two of them, what Gino realizes already.
Get to the bag, Mike.
He's a really natural football player. I'm talking about Ashton. He's a really natural football player, and he knows he can count on him to make good decisions when he gets some chances.
Yes, you did call it on Wilkins, bro. You did call it.
Get some balls.
I'm gonna give you that.
He's just so natural.
I didn't know he was gay though.
He's so natural at playing the game. You can sense that very quickly with guys. I know Gino already sees that in Ashton, and so. You ask how he's going to help him? Well, help him by making some yards. Make a bunch of yards when we throw it to him, when he run it with him. And so that takes the pressure off the quarterback and having to drop back and sit in the pocket and trying to move the ball that way. We're going to move the ball around in a numbers of ways, what Chip's doing.
Coach, last week during Big Ten Media Days, Lincoln Riley started his press conference advocating for you to be inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame. How important would that be for you, and how does it feel getting that kind of support from Coach Lincoln?
Well, somebody told me that Lincoln, that's a really nice gesture by him to say something about that, I guess. But I think you got to be in college football for 10 years. I don't think I'm qualified in that regard. But that's a nice thought. What do I think about it? I don't know.
When the world gave them setbacks, science gave them bounce backs.
I don't give a damn.
And when your vet delivered
I don't care, man.
Right.
Okay.
This far into camp, can you tell us something that you're actually pleasantly surprised about? Maybe it's farther along than you thought it would be at this point, sir?
There's two things. It's two guys. It's Chip and Pat. I think those guys are off to a really good start with what we're trying to do here. We're both sides of the ball are creative, and they're getting their message across, and we're able to. That's a lot of stuff we did today on both sides of the football, and so I think those guys have taken their leadership opportunity and the challenge of Patrick's had to adapt to Coach Pete, and they're bugging him all the time, and Chip's office right next to mine. I'm in his office half the time, bugging him too, and so I appreciate that they're putting up with me, but I think they're really showing it. We had two huge periods today of they're calling it. There's no script or nothing. They're calling plays from the sidelines and playing the situations as I keep creating for them. And I told both guys coming off the field today that I love the way they went about it, because they showed our guys. They utilized the people that we wanted to see. The packages were shown, and they're out there battling. Those guys are going home and they're battling each other, So I'm really proud of that, where they're leading us right now.
Sorry
Vinny, Ryan Taylor.
to bust your bubble on Trey Hendrickson, but he's going back to the Bengals camp tomorrow. I just read that.
I'll handle this part.
I forgot. This is Will's world. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sure he was
That was funny. Better
snaps in practice. What about him gave you guys the inclination that that might be
question? He's a really good communicator. He's a little bit smaller guy, and the position kind of is more adaptable for him. He doesn't line up on the big three techniques all the time. He can do it. He did it last year. But his power that he generates, and then the quickness and the smarts, that combination is what really gives him a chance to compete for this thing.
Pete, there was a report that came out yesterday regarding Christian Wilkins and an interaction with a teammate that led to a complaint filed. Charles, I was wondering if you could comment on that.
Really, I don't. We made a decision on what we're doing, and we're moving with it, and we'll see how that all unveils itself in time. That was really good, wasn't it? We got somebody else.
Obviously, you've been preaching the compete culture since day one, but you really practice what you preach. We see you out there playing catch. You're getting in on tackles. Where does that joy come from in you? And how good does it feel just to be back out there, having seeing the guys with the pads on after taking last year off?
Yeah, that's a big question. I don't know. I've always loved playing. It didn't matter when I was growing up. Baseball, basketball, football, whatever it was, I was playing. Played 3 sports in high school. Wanted to play 2 in college. It's just playing. To me, practice is playing catch. You see me throwing the ball all the time because I love throwing the ball around. I don't know. It ain't no big deal because it just comes natural. But I love what we're doing, and I love being a part of it. And so far, it's just been everything you could hope for as a coach. The guys are responding. We're practicing really well. We've got we've got dreams that we're sharing and visions that we're sharing for what's coming up, and to see guys ascend into the expectations we have for them, and then also the whole group coming together and the culture of that. That's a really it's an exciting challenge to be part of. I feel very fortunate to be doing it, and whether last year was last year, it happened to be a really profitable year, and I'm doing all kinds of little things that I liked, that I saw I wanted to try, and think we're growing because of that. But it's just been a blast, man. So if I was wearing a number, I'd probably have to wear 70, whatever I am, and on my back. But I don't feel like nothing different than I was when I was coaching at UOP. So I'm just feeling grateful to be here.
Yeah, we've seen flashes from Aiden O'Connell over the last couple of years. How do you think Geno Smith has been helping Aiden take that next step in his life?
Well, Geno's a great image for him. They're both similar. The pocket guys that can really stand tall and stand up against the rush. They're both really smart. They both have big arm. They can throw the ball all over the field. Aiden has done really well. We're really pleased with what he's doing, and he's challenging Geno every day with numbers and trying to outdo him, and that's exactly what we hope for. That's what competing's all about. But I don't have any problem with Aiden playing for us. He's in the game. It's just the way I felt about Geno over all those years when he didn't get to. This is in a good spot right now, and I can't wait for the games. He'll get a lot of play time in preseason, and he's going to do really well.
Thank you, Coach. Thanks a lot.
Well, that answered that question.
Yeah.
Let's get into it.
All right. Well, lot of things, man. That was a long interview, and I like the fact that he doesn't just give 10-word answers. He really tries to explain what he's wants to say. And I think that's great. His comments about Jordan Meredith, me and Europe have loved Jordan Meredith from the beginning. So
Yeah.
I mean, of this year, and we saw his things last year, but I want to let fans cool down a little bit on Jordan Meredith playing center. They're trying him out there. They're doing their due diligence, trying
Right.
him out there, just to not just try him out there, but possibly have a backup, reliable backup, because you never know when somebody's going to be out. So
Right.
don't freak out. JPG's still our fucking center.
Yeah,
Come
he's
on.
still out center. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah,
I'll let you finish.
no problem. Yeah, I kind of scoffed too when they mentioned the battle between Sincere and Zamir. Uh, anyway, but
Right.
Laulu, you're the one who, got me watching more stuff on him.
Yeah.
And he's all that. And like Pete Carroll said, he's got all traits. So I mean, that says a lot right there.
Yeah.
And the tight end room is very strong, and that's a good thing because the Raiders, we've always been a tight end team,
Right.
and shit. And one of the most things that impressed him, and he said, not they're all expecting a player or some players, and he said Chip and Pat,
Right.
Chip and Patrick Graham. So I mean, I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah,
Right.
and he mentioned Kooce and stuff too, that he's really looking forward to good things from him. But he wanted to start him off a little slow on Monday,
Right.
just to see where he's at, you know, and then but he's really impressed with him too. So that's about what I got out of that.
Impressed with who? My bad.
Kooce,
Kooce. Okay. Yeah.
Malcolm, yeah,
Yeah.
Malcolm.
Yeah. Yeah, I got some of my takes is something similar to yours, but I'm just trying to figure out why the fuck he keeps putting everybody in front of Ja'Cory Bennett now it's DeCamerion Richardson and fucking
Yeah,
JT Wood. It's like, bro, what are you doing? You got a solid corner right there sitting there, and you keep dropping them down. Like, what are you doing? That's my only gripe with that. Is like Jacorian Bennett is not a bad fucking corner. He's not a bad player. I don't know why you just. I know you like your big and lengthy corners, but fuck, I can guarantee you he probably better than half of them that we got on our team. For real, for real.
Yep.
Um, so I don't really know what the deal is that. I mean, if we don't hear anything or see anything by, let's see, the second preseason game, he's going to get cut because there's no way that you're being not talked about. You're not being talked about like everybody else. You keep
Yeah.
dropping down in the depth chart, and it's like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, I don't know why people keep asking, how does this feel? I hate when people keep asking Pete, like, yeah,
Yeah.
we know you're 70 years old, this and that and third, but how are you
Fuck that,
feeling?
man.
We see you throwing the ball and this, that, and the third. Like, the man is active. He's a 70-year-old active man. Like, let him be active. Like, what the fuck? Why you keep asking the same fucking question every goddamn day? Every day
Because
is
they're morons.
he is like, dog, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. Like, this is just how I am. This is what I do. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Yeah, and like he said about Chip Kelly and Patrick Graham was like, those are two really good offensive and defensive coordinators right there. I think we struck gold with them two being
Yep.
together. You know what I'm saying? Um, damn, I'm so tired. I can't even gather my thoughts right now. But yeah, I mean, look, Pete's gonna coach how he coach. He's gonna get these guys in good position, in good shape. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna win some games, like he said. I do like the fact that Devon White told him, like, Coach, I'm back. Like, yeah, Tampa
Yeah.
Bay, yeah, I'm here. And you know what I'm saying? So I like the sound. I like that. Matter of fact, I think Devin White about to come on. No, he's not coming on this one right now. He probably be on another. He probably be on a few the other one, but he's probably on the one after this presser. So, but anyways,
Yeah.
I thought
Can I say? Oh, go ahead.
I just thought it was. I don't know. I just think it's good that he's getting the best out of all these guys and shit. You feel me? But he gotta give my man. If you giving Greedy Vance some playing time, what in the fuck is going on with Jacorian Bennett, bro? I'm not saying Greedy Vance is a bad football player or anything. I'm not saying that, but if you starting him, what the fuck? Like, why isn't if you playing him a lot, why isn't you playing Jacorian Bennett a lot? You know what I mean? So I don't know what's up with that, but it is what it is.
I got a comment on that on Jacorin Bennett.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Uh, I think because he's been going down with shoulder injuries. You know, in his first 2 years, but this season he got shoulder surgery,
Right.
surgery on a shoulder. So maybe that's why he's gone down a little bit right now, is because they're waiting for that to fully heal before they bring him back in. That's my opinion. Don't know if it's true. No,
I mean,
just
it sounds pretty plausible though. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
I hope that's it. You know what I'm saying? I hope that's it.
yeah. Maybe that's what I'm doing. I'm hoping that's it. That's just what I kind of think, because he did have a surgery, so he doesn't have that dislocation of the shoulder all the time anymore.
Right. I already said my nephews have autographed Hendrix and jerseys. His mother is their teacher in Jacksonville. Wow, that's crazy.
Wow, that's fucking insane.
Yeah, that's fire. He said, "Yeah, like nobody ever asked that question." That's what I'm saying. Like you fucking question. You keep asking all these people the same fucking question. Like they ain't been saying this shit 20 years already. Like Dante Thornton, can you run the route tree? And now you asking Pete Carroll, oh, how do you feel?
Yeah.
Even though you didn't do anything last year, how do you feel? Like, shut up, bro. Like, stop asking me stupid questions.
Yeah,
I
it's
like no
like
comment. Next question. Anyways, however,
these
said Josh
report
are
these
saying
reporters are just drive me crazy.
no. He's
Others,
saying he's talking about Pete Carroll. Like everybody keep asking Pete Carroll the same question. Hellraider.
yeah,
Yeah, but it's crazy, yo. It's crazy work. I don't understand why they keep. It just makes no sense, yo. You know what I mean? Makes no sense at all. But it is what it is. You feel me? We'll see what's going on. Well, we'll see what happens with Ja'Cory. I just don't want us to cut him and then he go and be great for somebody else, just like Melo Dotson.
right.
We got rid of Melo Dotson. Guess where he went to? The fucking Panthers. Now he's getting ready to shit next to J.C. Horn, like, or he's gonna take that slot corner position, and they're gonna have a good secondary. Like, I don't know why we do shit to ourselves like that, and it's irking, but you know what I'm saying? Just like, and I told you I wouldn't bring him up, but I'm gonna bring him up.
Oh,
But why do we keep giving people like Christian Wilkins, fucking Chandler Jones? We getting all these big name guys for 3 to 4 years, and then we fucking cut them or release them the very next year after. Like, I mean, I'm not saying that's gonna happen from here on out, but I'm saying it's just been a fucking trend every goddamn day, every time. It's been a trend, and it's crazy. It's like, come on, y'all. Like, what the heck?
yeah. Reporters, oh, goddamn. You know, I've gone on a couple of tirades about the pressers and the sound. The sound's much better today, but the reporters still keep asking the same stupid fucking questions over and over again. Wow, man, how we could ask better questions than that. Why don't we have press pass? You know?
That's what I'm aiming for. I'm aiming for all that stuff right now. Press pass, all
Oh,
that stuff.
that'd be
Yeah, but
sweet.
I know it's gonna take me a while, but that's what I'm aiming for. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you got your goals, man. You got your
Nah,
goals. Keep your eye on those goals. Keep doing what you need to do to reach those goals. You'll get those goals.
exactly. Um, let me check something real quick. Check something. All right, next up is I don't know. We're gonna find out now. Next up is Adam Butler, y'all.
Adam Butler, okay.
Yeah, you can't ask him no dumbass question. He gonna snap. I ain't
Them
gonna.
and
Oh,
how they're responding to your really
I
coaching.
remember they asked him. Hold on, let me pause this real quick. I remember they asked him when he first got back because I think he had a baby. His wife had a baby. They had a newborn baby. So
yeah.
that's what he was taking care of with stuff. This fucking dumbass reporter gonna be like, oh well, we thought something was wrong because we haven't seen you at camp. We thought you were holding out. He says he looked at that motherfucker like, and then he had to like woosah. You seen it all in his face. He was like, I got to woosah if I cuss this motherfucker out. He's
Yeah.
like, nah, I had a newborn that I was taking care of, and that's why I wasn't here. He's like, but I'm here now. And just the look on his face was like, yo, if he could punch him in his face, he would. I ain't never see that side of Adam Butler, though, for real, because Adam Butler always a cheerful, good guy. You feel me? I'm not saying he's a bad guy, but, he's always cheerful and happy. Well, in that particular time, that motherfucker was pissed he asked that question.
Definitely seek my leadership. They seek my opinion. I was working with Tonk and Trev on double teams after practice. Tomorrow we're going to come in, we're going to watch some film, watch some games. We did that on the last off day, and they said it really helped them. Both of those guys have improved from day one up to now. I'm proud of the way that they approach the game. And other guys are showing up too.
Set the bar really high for yourself last year. I remember by most measures, you probably had the best season.
Who he was talking about was Tonka Hemingway and Traven Mae.
Mm-hmm.
Traven Mae, I think he's also a rookie D tackle, and he is an undrafted free agent. So just to let y'all know who he was talking about when he said Traven and Tonka. So that's Tonka Hemingway and Traven Mae.
Your career, when you look back, what was it that you think was able to help you make that leap, and how do you build on it even more this year?
Truthfully, I got pissed off about my situation. You only got one chance to do this. I don't get to do my career over again. I changed my attitude, changed my approach to the game, and I just decided that I wasn't going to be just a third down player anymore. I decided that I am a starter. I'm going to prove myself in this league, and anybody that says I'm not, I'm going to do everything in my power to shut them up.
I love it.
Changes that you make
to practically. Yeah. Okay. Well, practically, I just worked on.
Let me see his face expression.
My knowledge and awareness of the game.
I gotta bring that back. Hold on.
Practically, how'd you go about doing that? Changes that you make
to practically. Yeah. Okay. Well, practically, I just worked on.
Yo, I swear.
Practically.
Behind that smile is like, nigga.
And what I learned from watching myself,
you.
Through the tape,
practically.
The things that I could have done better, I worked on. Legendary coach named Pete Jenkins. I don't know if you are familiar with him.
Probably not.
Probably the last 4 or 5 years working with him every summer. I almost never miss his camp unless I've got something personal going on. I always go to his camp. It's repetitive, but it's necessary. He's a legendary coach that knows what he's doing, and all of his teachings, I literally took them to heart. I met him when I was in Miami, and ever since then, my game has just done that. It's just increased, and I went to him this summer. You can call him and ask him if you want. I was there, and just his teachings have just done wonders in my career and in my life. So credit to him.
Sorry, Adam, you look good so far out there, man. You look stout in the middle. You look strong in the middle. How do you feel right now compared to other training camps in your career?
Well, I would definitely say I'm probably the most confident now that I've ever been. I mean, obviously,
that's good.
I was a little more pissed off coming into training camp last year. To be honest, I'm still kind of pissed off this year. You can never really use that. But I'm more so focused because I know that my role is different. For the first time in my career, I can truly say that I am a veteran, and I'm a guy that more guys than less in the room are looking up to for advice, for leadership, for guidance. So I just had to take a different approach this year.
And what do you think? We think about the young players, but there's also players like yourself, Roberts, Pratt, Devon White, going down the list, Jamal Adams. There's some cagey veterans on this team and on this defense. We see you guys doing a whole bunch of things defensively.
Right.
Hey, how does that help to have that football acumen of the veterans to be able to pull that off? And how fun is it to play in a defense that's going to be as multiple as this defense is going to be?
Yeah, it helps a lot, especially for me personally, someone like E-Rob or Landon Roberts, as you refer to him. Me and E-Rob go all the way back to the Patriots. I mean, literally from when I was a rookie to now.
Oh yeah, I forgot they played together on the Patriots.
So that's somebody that I don't have to wonder if I can trust. There's somebody that I know. Every time he steps on the field, he's gonna give it everything he's got.
Yeah.
You know, and he's a tough player just like me. D. White, I'm learning him, but I definitely trust him. He's definitely shown that, you know, he lives up to his reputation. Obviously, we'll see more from him coming up, but I trust him as well, and it helps.
There's been a lot of controversy around the defensive line group after the release of Christian Wilkins. How have you seen your unit be able to leave that as just outside noise and hone in on your craft?
Yeah, we pretty much just kind of moved on from the situation. You know, I really don't want to comment further on it.
There you go.
I will say that, you know, whatever you're going through as a person, you know, athlete, non-athlete, whoever.
What they asked, I missed it.
If you got something going on, you want to
pause it for a second. He asked him about Christian Wilkins.
Yeah, we pretty much just kind of moved on from the situation.
Christian Wilkins, how have you seen your unit be able to leave that as just outside noise and hone in on your craft?
Yeah, we pretty much just kind of moved on from the situation. You know, I really don't want to comment further on it. But I will say that, you know, whatever you're going through as a person, you know, athlete, non-athlete, whoever, whatever your struggle is, if you got something going on in life, just, you know, talk to somebody. Get some therapy. You know, whatever your deal is your deal. Somebody out there in this world full of billions of people is willing to listen. They're willing to listen, hear you out, and help you work through whatever you need to work through. But don't make any hasty decisions. Get help.
Adam, I remember going back in the locker room last year with you and Jonah, and how you helped him and mentored him, and now he's playing a significant role and doing well. Would you just talk about him and maybe share with us about, because you told me last year you thought he was going to be an exceptional player. Those were your words. What is it about him that you saw before others saw it?
Yeah, I think, and maybe I'm a little biased because I see myself a little bit in him from the standpoint that he came in really strong as a pass rusher. I'm not going to say that he struggled in the run game like I did early on, but I would say that that's an area of improvement that he's focused on. And I know it took me a little minute to get there as far as the run game goes, and I'm confident that he's going to get there because he's shown that he has the attitude, the right attitude to get there.
I was asking Pete, what was the redeeming quality of this defensive line? He says it's a very athletic group, you know, where everyone has special qualities and they all kind of fit together in the same way. When I ask you the same question, what do you think is the redeeming quality of this defensive line as a whole?
I would definitely say athleticism and skill for sure. Guys like Tonka is very skilled. Malcolm is very skilled. Max, obviously, very skilled. Myself, very skilled, very intelligent, very hardworking. So is Max and all those other guys. But the point is that we are a very skilled group, and I would say that we are also a tough group. We are not pushovers. We're not going to roll over for anybody. So you throw that on top of work ethic, on top of, you know, skill, toughness, that whole package. We're forced to excuse me. Yeah.
That's the,
you know what I mean. Thanks. Say it again.
She mentioned the Patriots earlier, and that's the week one opponent. Is that just a little bit of an extra motivation, just knowing the first time you're going to strap it up in the regular season against your former team?
Yeah, I'm excited to go back to Gillette Stadium. I'm looking forward to that. Almost being a decade of me being in the league, you know, it's like, wow, you know, what a journey, you know, just thinking about it. And I plan to make the most of it when I
Hold on. This is fourth season with us, right?
Pete Carroll and working with Pete Carroll.
This is Adam Butler's fourth season with us, right?
Well, no, I think it's his fourth or fifth because I know they signed him for a 3-year deal.
anything that's
no, I'm not talking about the new deal. I'm talking about
scrappy or controversial.
before he signed the new deal. It was what, 3 years, right? He was with us.
It was either 3 or 4 when they re-signed him. I couldn't remember.
So
I
you
can't
mean
remember.
to tell me?
To shoot it off or have some silly competition.
You mean to tell me that this nigga been on the team for 4 years and you haven't seen this nigga play against the
Can you
Patriots?
discuss this offensive line? You're competing with them now in pads every day, and it certainly seems extremely improved.
These questions gotta stop,
Young
bro. I'm
guys
telling
growing.
you.
Would you give a
I
shout
know.
on the Raiders offensive line, please?
Yeah. I'm excited about Jordan Meredith. I'm excited about JPJ for sure. I'm a real big fan of JPJ. That's my guy. Strong, young player. He's got that energy and that. I see him as an all-pro guard at some point. I don't know if that's now or later. I'm really excited about him. And if it's okay with you, that's all I'd like to comment on this time, or at this time. Yeah. Thank you.
Damn, he ended that shit his damn self.
Yep.
God damn. So, you want me to take it or you got it? What you want?
Go ahead. I gotta review my notes. Go ahead.
Okay, so Adam Butler. We know that we already know what Adam Butler is going to give us, right? I see him being way better than last year. I like the fact that he's helping the young guys out like he did last year with Jonah. I like the fact that they watch film together and he's taking them in as his own little group, his own little squad. You know what I'm saying? Teaching him and teaching them. The good thing I like that when he talked about Jonah was that, he's on the cusp of being a really good, really, really good football player. You know what I mean? He's solid right now. He's really good. I mean, he's good, but I'm talking about, taking that next step up. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this defensive line is going to cook, yo. You know what I'm saying? Yep. He talked about Jonah. He talked about Tonka. Even Traven Mae. Y'all don't even know about Traven Mae. I did my homework on him. He's solid. You know what I'm saying? He's just a little raw. But the teachings of the coaches and the players, the veterans, is going to help him out. Now, he ain't going to see that much burn because he got a lot of people ahead of him. But he can make his impact known, and he can still make this team. So guys like them that's on the come up, and you got I almost called this nigga Christian Wilkins. You got Adam Butler, doing his teacher work and teaching and showing these guys how to be pros and really good football players. And the good thing is what he said was he worked on the things that he needed to work on, like the things that he wasn't all the way great at or good, that he worked on them to be better. And that's great. I think Jonah did the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Look, the pass rush is there, but he needed help in the run game. So now he worked on the run game on his off season. We should see him be solid this season. You know what I'm saying? On the off season. Jonah Laulu he's going to be a stud this year. A stud. And I've been saying this shit before because I already knew who was going to start. You know what I'm saying? This is why I be telling people, y'all got to listen to me. Because a lot of other content creators was not saying Jonah Laulu. There was nobody I ever heard say Jonah Laulu on any channel except for me. And then I started telling Unc about it. Then Unc started to, you know what I'm saying? Then he looked him up and he's like, oh yeah, Yurt. Next day, he says, Yurt, I got to tell you, man. He goes, I don't know how you look at these. He says, but these dudes, yo, he's really good. I said, I told you, Unc. You feel me? Look, him and Adam Butler, man, they gonna be fire together. And then you got maybe Tonka Hemingway and talk to me. Tonka
JJ
Hemingway.
Pegues,
No.
JJ Pegues,
No.
and fuck.
Tyree Wilson. You got
Oh
just
yeah,
imagine
Tyree.
that. Just imagine that layup though, right there. That lineup. You got Jonah and Adam, Tyree and Tonka. That is crazy, right? That's a crazy rotation right there. And you can still throw in Pegues. You know what I'm saying? Then you got the defensive ends. And then you got Jonah Laulu, Adam Butler, Malcolm Kooce, and what's the name? That's somebody that Kooce was that missing piece last year. He's going to also help out Jonah Laulu. They're going to eat. I'm telling you right now, in that middle, they're going to eat. Period. Against any quarterback. So, and you know, he talked about the guy that he worked with for the past few years. He's a what do you say? He's a legend or what?
Yeah, I think it was Tony Shepard or something like that.
Yeah, he was a legend. He said.
Yeah,
This guy must be that. He must be that dude. Because after we see, like we said, like Adam Butler said, after he started going to him, his game evolved and changed for the better, and you've seen that on the field. Now, you know what he's doing. Tony Shepard is giving. It's like a chain of effect, right? It's a chain of effect. Tony gives Adam Butler the scoop and teaches him what to do. And now Adam Butler is giving the younger guys on the team the scoop and telling them what to do. So whatever he's learning, he's teaching. And that's great. On top of what Pete Carroll and what the fuck is his name? Our defensive line coach, Rob Leonard. But along with that, what they teaching them. So they get a dosage of knowledge from everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So, and like Frank said, versatility will play a part in who gets jobs. Yes, sir. That's why
absolutely
Tyree is getting a lot of burn because he's playing N and D tackle. I mean, which he's been doing that, but still, you know what I'm saying? Like he's doing both. You got Jordan Meredith, guard and center. JPJ, guard and center. You got fucking Caleb Rogers, tackle and guard. DJ Glaze, tackle and guard. You know what I'm saying? You got Thayer Mumford, tackle and guard. You know what I'm saying? So even Dylan Parham, center and guard. So you got all these guys that's versatile that could play multiple positions. You know what I'm saying? On the line, on offense. And you got a couple that could do the same thing on defense. You know, Tonka could play defensive end. He played defensive end at South Carolina. Partially. He got way more snaps at D tackle than he did. But, you know, y'all know what I mean. You feel me? So, look, sky's the limit for this defense of line and defense, bro. I'm telling you. Like, this is going to remind me of them last 9 games we played when we were, like, ranked number 1. You know what I'm saying? On defense. Or we like top 5 on defense. We was one. I think we were ranked first, wasn't we, for like a couple games? The last 9 games? I think we moved from like we jumped. We took a big leap up.
I thought it was 5th, but yeah, they might have been at one point first. I'm not sure about that.
I think we went down to 5th, but at one point in the last couple of games, shit, we were like ranked 1 for points per game. So he says you play every team every 4 years. Yep. You got tight ends that can play outside too. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So our whole team is versatile. But you heard what Pete Carroll said. We ain't that big, but we got skill and we're really good. So you know what I'm saying? That's what I got on Adam Butler. What you got on?
Mm.
Yeah, I like the fact that he ended the interview by himself. He didn't have one more. That was fire. Oh,
I'm
and one
done.
more thing, my bad. And I like how he squashed the Christian Wilkins shit too. So
Yeah.
all he said was basically he was talking about him like he need to go talk to somebody and get some
Yeah.
help because
He
he bugging.
needs some help. Yeah.
Hey, Buddy Bear, you better get out of here with that Brady stuff. And you spell Christian Wilkins' name wrong. It's not Williams, it's Wilkins. Get out of here with that filth. Shout out Buddy Bear, man. Appreciate you pulling up, my guy. Yes, sir. But don't be coming here with that Brady filth. We don't want to hear that. We love Brady over here. I love Brady. I used to hate him, but now I love him. My bad, Unc. Go ahead.
Okay, no problem.
Oh wait, before you go,
Yeah.
jot down chill for Buddy Bear. Two of them,
Oh, okay. There.
and then you can proceed. My bad, Unc.
No problem. Two of them. Oh shit.
Yeah, two.
My pen's
What
starting.
happened now?
Fucking. It's just paper. I spilled some water on it, and so there's certain spots I can't write at. But I got it. I got Bud the Bear down for two. Um.
Bet. All right.
Okay. Adam
Go ahead, do
Butler.
your thing. Go ahead and cook, Unc.
Uh. Adam Butler. What'd he say like
Yeah.
5 times in that interview? He's pissed off. I want our defensive
Yeah.
linemen to be pissed off. I think
He
that's
pissed
great,
off. Exactly.
because he thinks, and he was overlooked for first few years at the Raiders. He was overlooked till
Yeah.
AP put him in. And he's pissed off about it. He's not done being pissed off about it. He said, I'm still pissed off this year. So
Right.
good, good. I like that, man.
Right.
So that was one thing. And then oh, he's a lot more confident, I mean, okay, great. He's a lot more confident and focused this year. And he
Right.
wants to, you know, turn what things he wants to improve on. And he's already more focused. He's already more confident. And that's two big things as far as for being an NFL player. If you play with confidence and focus, then you're moving faster. So that was all I got, out of that. And then, the fact, I was going to throw that in too, but you already did. But I want to back you up on it, man. I love the
Yeah.
fact that he's like, okay, if it's okay with you guys, I'm, done with this, basically.
No, that's facts. Tired of that, Unc. Go ahead. You got anything else? My bad.
No, no. That's what I said. That's all I forgot to say that, but yeah, that's all I got to say about that.
All right.
Necessarily pitting guys against each other in a negative way, he makes it positive. Whether
Who is this?
want to shoot it off or have some silly
It's just the last of Adam Butler. I'm just letting
he
it play
makes it
through.
fun to be here.
Oh, okay.
I just think he's a great leader.
AB, can you discuss this offensive line? You're competing with him now in pads every day, and it certainly seems extremely improved.
He's a little far.
Young player. He's and if it's okay.
Oh.
And if it's okay with you, that's all I'd like to comment on this time, or at this time. Yeah. Thank you.
Devon White, whenever you're ready.
I think
Devin.
Carroll's quote when he was in here was that Devon White's back.
Where you been?
What is it?
He said, "Where you been?"
I guess you feel the same way.
I feel comfortable, feel healthy, I feel thankful, and I feel hungry. You know what I'm saying? Back still got to prove it to the world on each and every Sunday, Monday or whatever, Thursday night, and I got to prove it to my team every day I step in the building. It's just a mindset, but I think Coach Pete just see me having a lot of fun with the game again. No pressure on me, just going out there and do what I've been doing my whole life, just having fun. So if me having fun on the field with my guys is me being back, then I'm glad to be back.
Some injuries that you were dealing with, obviously. What kind of a mental strain is that at times, especially when maybe the outside world doesn't really know what you're dealing with?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty hard. I've been a guy my whole entire football career. I've never been hurt. And so when you get hurt and you want to play through those injuries to help your team, you also can hurt yourself by doing it. And I think that's what I did, and I think it was selfish of myself to put myself out there, and selfish to my team to put myself out there, not just being 100. Because at the end of the day, they need the Devon White that can just be lights out for 4 quarters out there on the field. And I didn't do that, so I think it was pretty selfish of me. And it was something I had to grow from. I hate that it happened. I think about it all the time. I don't dwell on it, but I always just try to, see if I'm ever put in those situations again, what would I do different? And, me, I will help the team, and me helping the team is being healthy, so if something ever happened, I want to get my body right so I can be all out when I'm on that field for my team.
You had an interception today in practice, but it was pretty deep down the field. Do you feel like that highlights,
his ass also got burnt by Genty.
The position, sidelines, covered deep down the field.
Yeah, I think that's what my game is.
Well, he didn't get burnt,
run to the ball, see the ball.
Nigga Genty shook him to the point where he fell on his ass.
That's what I wanted to be known for. Run, hit, tackle, make plays, get sacks, get turnovers. And I've been showing it all camp. I've been showing it all camp. So I just want to stay consistent with that. First day of pass yesterday, had a great day. They asked me, could I do it 2 days in a row? I said, I'm going to do it every day I get on the field. That's just the standard that I set for myself. That's the standard I want to set for the defense, and that's what I want the team to see when I'm even competing against the other side. They want to say 45, you bring it every time you step on the field. So whether I'm making plays or somebody else making plays, I'm going to bring the juice, and I'm going to have my teammates back, and hopefully they have mine, which I know they will because they've been showing it all camp.
When you first came out in the draft, you were very emotional. You loved the game. It was fun. Watching film of you last year, just seemed like it was work.
Yeah.
That smile is back. How much of it is health? How much is it just maybe a refound love of the game? What is that? Because it's certainly you look like the old Devon.
Yeah, I mean, just kind of winding down in Tampa. Just started getting to the business side, just wanted to be taken care of, wanted some security, and didn't get that, but, pushed through it. That's when the injury came. And also, man, I was going through a lot mentally. I had a lot going on. A lot of people don't know. Growing up, my father was incarcerated for a long time. And then he got out, and he was, very supportive. And we had our little run-ins where, we kind of pulled away from each other a little bit. And then we got back cool with one another, and then unfortunately, my father passed, so it kind of put me just in a bad spot, a bad spot in life mentally. Just didn't care no more, because I finally found that love. If it's a lot of men in this room growing up, you want to be like your dad. That's your role model, and I didn't have that. I had to look at my mom. She was my Superman, even though she was a woman, and my mentor, Coach Houston. He the one got me to play football, and them the two that I looked up to because I just didn't have them. And to get something that you never had and then to get it taken right back from you, it just makes you not care about nothing. So, I battled that, alone. Levante knew what I was going through. He lost his dad. And it was hard, man. It was hard on me, just because I didn't have it. Like, it probably was easy on him because he always had his dad, and, man, he helped me get through it. And didn't really care about football at the time when that was going on. My injury was going on. Just a lot was going through my head, and I was out of it, And my mama told me, if you don't want to do it, you don't have to. You done overcame a lot. Just where we come from. Going D1, graduating. Making money. Taking care of my whole family, taking care of myself, just doing everything I wanted in life. Was able to win a Super Bowl. And she was like, you can give up, you know, and when she said that, that just lit a fire to me, like, give up, like, that ain't me, that never been me. And I don't want to feel sorry for myself, you know, I just want to go out there and I want to just get back to having fun. And, you know, I just pray a lot, man. I get into my word a lot, and I think just, you know, that was my time to get closer to God, you know, for whatever reasons that it had to happen like that, it did. I'm thankful. And, you know, I'm vulnerable, you know, and I reach out to people. I talk to a lot of people. I went to counseling and everything. And I'm just happy to be back here. I'm back smiling. And, you know I got a greater purpose in life.
Jack, what did
you
you do?
About kind of like your mental state, but also your family in that regard. Y'all have a cousin on this team, Richardson.
Yeah.
You know, how cool is it for him to, you know, be on this team? You play football with him, but how good is it for you to also have that family that close to you here in a new spot?
Hold up. Did this nigga say Devon White and DeCamerion Richardson are cousins?
For him to, you know, be on this team, you play football.
You know I got a greater purpose in life.
Talk about kind of like your mental state, but also your family in that regard. Y'all have a cousin on this team, Richardson.
Yeah.
You know how cool
that's crazy.
For him to, you know, be on this
him
team.
and DCam are
How
cousins.
good is it for you to also have that family that close to you here in a new spot?
Yeah, night,
being
what
so
up?
far away, that was pretty big for me. You know, like we blood cousins. Like my dad and his mom are sisters and brothers like that. So we like first cousins. I ride
Are they first
every
cousins?
morning. You know, we talk.
Yeah.
No cars out here. Yeah, I just
You
been
knew
locked
that?
in on ball.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, I saw the interview earlier, so I knew from that.
lunch and dinner together every day, and I just try to stay on to him, you know, because you know he battling right now for a position. I know what it's like to be on the field and you know to stay hungry, and I just let him know what my standard is for him, and hopefully he hold his standard for himself because you know just playing on the team with him not enough. Like I want to be on the field, dominating with him, celebrating with him when he make a play, when I make a play. That's like a surreal feeling, man. My grandfather, he hit me up all the time. Like I know y'all gonna do big things for the Raiders. Y'all gonna help them get back to where they need to be, and that just show you like how many people that we got just depending on us, man. Just making
that's
a family
fire.
proud. So very proud of
Shit,
DCam.
that lit a fire under me. I ain't playing.
All this life, man.
Yeah.
We're just gonna continue to grow, and hopefully we can do it together right here.
Put himself on the radar here at his strong camp.
He a dog.
Please hear you about that.
I'm very pleased with him. It's in the blood, but I'm not gonna let him take no shortcuts. I'm on him all the time. He caught a pick the other day in practice, but he got like a good catch caught on him by tight end Brock, and I was like, nah, that pick don't count. And he was like, no. So it's just just hold him to that higher standard. Like, man, we can't go 1 for 1. We gotta go 1 for none every time. It's about us out there winning, making the plays, and stopping them from making plays. And that's our standard. That's our mindset. Just not just being family, but being
you gotta
teammates.
chill,
I'm
already.
gonna hold you to that regard. And I know I can push him a little harder because he is family. And at the end of the day, he know that it's real love, like real love.
You seen out of Jamal Adams since he joined your guys' group as a linebacker.
He a dog. He gonna make the room uncomfortable. A guy that just, I talk to him every day, play with him at LSU. He just said he's just thankful for the opportunity. And when you got a guy that come in with a mindset like that, that's willing to do anything, he let a coach change his position. And he probably been playing safety for, man, if I'm 27, he probably 29. So a long time, and that's just to show you that he bought in. And that's the thing that everybody has to be here because we're not good enough to have different opinions, different mindsets. Everybody just got to be bought in as one and let the dominoes fall how they gonna fall. But I'm thankful he in the room because I know what type of player he is, and he playing my position. He behind me, and I know I ain't trying to lose my position to nobody. So I know that's pushing me to work even harder. But man, when you got an uncomfortable room, hey, the dog is gonna rise to the top every time.
Were you always this close and pushing your cousin this hard, or is it just kind of another level now that you guys are together?
I think it's another level, man. Just kind of growing up, you don't want to put something on somebody that you don't know if they really want, but the minute when he started getting recruited and stuff, I tried to get him to LSU so bad. Like, I remember those days, but, he went to Bossier, which was in the city. I stayed in the country and played football. We were a couple years apart, so I didn't never get to run him over or hit him in high school. But I always my grandfather always said, like, it's in our blood, like, he a dog, you a dog, and stuff like that. So I just tried to set the standard for him. But just growing up, like, hey, my big cousin doing it, why can't I do it? And now that we both in the league together, I know it's about what you can do right right now today. So I'm just making sure that he take advantage of every opportunity he given. You know, when he with the first team, when he with the second team, and he a dog on special teams, and just let them know, man, they got to feel you every day. And that's the same mentality with me. And I told him, I know I might be older, but if you ever see me slacking, call me out. And, you know, he did it the other day. He said, I ain't hearing you enough. I was like, that's because you ain't on the field, because I'm out here balling and talking. But he tried me, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to show up every day, and I got to make sure he show up every day, because, like I said, it'll be a great feeling if me and him, like, you know, this both can be our home for a while.
Last time we talked to you, you had a lot of praise for Ashton as a route runner, but you said he hadn't got you yet.
Yeah, he still ain't got me yet. He still ain't got me yet. Yeah, he doing good in practice though. Like
you got the tape.
I'm just like, I didn't know he was little. I didn't respect the conference that he played in, but I already respected him as a player. And ever since we've been putting these pads on, he's been showing it more and more that, man, he don't complain. He come to me, he asks me, why did I do certain things to help him out? So when he's going against other linebackers, and at the end of the day, I'm here to make him better, and he making me better. While I'm making him better, he probably don't even know it. Like, you know, because, man, he got all the God-given ability in the world. He can stop on the dime out the backfield running routes, and he can run in between the tackles, and he know how to stick his foot in the ground and go. He had a big run the other day. And he's so little that you just see him just pop out, and you're like, golly. But man, I love competing against him. When we did one-on-ones yesterday, I went with him every rep. I didn't want nobody else. Like, I want to be like a mentor to him, big brother to him, whatever he want to call it. And I just want to make him better. And at the end of the day, you know, he good, he gifted, so he gonna make me better as well.
I was just in here talking about how Pete makes the culture lighthearted. There are certain moments, certain things that he does away from the field. How has that culture change helped your mental health?
Man, like I said, just making it fun, make you want to come in the building and just get after it, you know, making it about hard work, but also fun work, you know. And we talk about emotional, you know, being emotional, you know, where it's celebrating or something. We talk about making sure we're just doing the right thing and on the same page. But P also make work fun. It's a lot of competition, you know. We do a lot of things that people don't even realize. Like, hey, we was competing in that drill or whatever, but it was fun. You know, we was shooting basketball or we was playing Jigma or whatever, but we all had to work together and we made it fun. It was about the team, and that just lets you know competition is always at an all-time high when you step in this building.
Last one, guys.
Devin, watching you interact with Max has been interesting because you're both high emotion guys. Would you talk about that relationship? Because it just seems like every practice you guys are getting closer.
Yeah, I think I don't know, man. When I first got here, you know, when I was getting, I guess you could say, recruited by him, he hit me up immediately, like, whatever you want, like, you can come make it here, like, however you want to finish your career. And that really stuck with me.
Devin, what's
I
good,
told
brother?
him, I said, man, push me hard.
Up,
he said, I will, and I do the same for me. And I don't be hard because two alpha dogs don't never rock together. And you know, me, him, we both alpha dogs, but we've been gelling well, man. And I'm thankful for him. Like, when I tell you it's hard to outwork him, I never been around a guy that it's been hard to outwork, because I work hard. I get in the building early. I do my body maintenance and stuff. You're not gonna beat him. Like, I don't know, this guy he don't sleep, and he told me that he make everybody in his house get up, and they gotta have that same mindset, and that did something for me, because he was like, if I gotta go out here and lay it all on the line and bring home this, then they gonna do it too, and that's his wife and his daughter. I'm like, golly, so that's just to let you know that he always competing, but man, Max just wanna win. Max, you know, he did a lot of recruiting to get a lot of great guys here, and it's just time to do it. You know, it ain't no more talking about it. It's just time to do it. But I'm glad to be on a team with a dog like Max. We both came out together. We 7 years in. You know, I done been to where he trying to go, and I want to stay going to where he trying to go, so we can do it together. I appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
That was a really good one. That was a really good one right there. Huh?
Yeah,
I like that one right there. I'll let you take the reins on this.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Again, I think we're going to be on the same page, but yeah, because you're commenting on the same stuff I was writing down.
Right.
He's hungry. You know, the fact that he's hungry. He wants to be the guy that he was a couple years ago again, and he feels like this is the place he can do that. And of course, Max is the first one that calls him. I mean, Max calls everybody first time when he hears that the Raiders are picking him up. He's always the first one to call. And the prove it thing that he said, with his mom, with after winning the Super Bowl, you know, you you done it, you've done it. And he's like, oh, and he took that, the other way and said, well, no, I'm not done yet. I'm still doing this. And so that's cool. And shit, selfishness, with the injury. He said, hey, I admit it now. I was trying to play for my team when I was hurt, and he goes, that was turned out to be selfish on my part. So he's very humble on that. It's like, I shouldn't have done that. I should have, you know, taken time off so I could be 100%, on the field. And
Right.
that's pretty cool to realize that, to take that down and do something with it. But do it every day. It's like you said, uh, do it every day was a reference to, can you do that again? He said, I'm gonna do it every day. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you know, fuck. Uh, I'm gonna leave because the father one I think meant a lot to you on that, so I'm gonna leave that one.
Now
But
go
yeah,
ahead. Just
oh,
yeah, give your opinion on it.
okay. With his father being incarcerated, most of his younger life, never meeting him, then getting back with him, after he got out, and then they had a fall off again, and then he started getting back with them again, thank God, before, he ended up having to pass away,
Right.
so no, that's a big thing because I remember I had a fallout with my dad, but we got back together, and then I spent the last 4 months in the hospital with him, and
Right.
so I know I can relate to that, the last 4 months of his life, and yeah, oh yeah, you didn't know about the Cameron thing. The only thing I was going to say to that was, yeah, I just found it out today too that the Cameron was his cousin. Because I saw the I don't work, you work, so you
Right.
weren't able to see all the interviews, and yeah, that's when I'm like, what, wait, what? I didn't know that. I'm
Yeah, we had
surprised
the
that I
same.
hadn't.
Go ahead, huh? Oh, you done?
Oh, that's it. Yeah, that's all I got to say about playing.
uh, yeah, we got um. So
And
the
I also wanted to throw a special salute out to Devin in the crowd.
yeah,
Love
me
you,
too.
man.
Um,
How's
before
Little Raider doing?
right, and
Let us know.
before I before I tell my side, I just want to say to Devin, bro, that's wonderful work, man. I'm proud of you,
But
bro. I'm proud of everything that you got going right now, bro. And keep praying and keep it up, bro.
oh,
Um,
he's doing great. I'm fully back in
you know what I'm
world.
saying? Everything
Thank
is
God. So
everything's going to continue to work out for you, bro. For you and your family, bro. And I think sky's the limit for y'all, man. And it's sky's the limit for Lil Raider. Shout out to Lil Raider, man, my little homie. That's the little homie right there, man. Shout out to him. Shout out to Devin, man, the big homie. You feel me? And I just want to say from me to you, bro, I always appreciate, even though, I met you through Nav's channel and stuff, I appreciate you always coming on showing love, bro, and keep enlightening us with your story, bro, because your story touched a lot of people, and your story uh has helped me a lot also because I was I mean, kid wise, I wasn't in your situation, but living wise, I was. You know what I'm saying? I was close to losing my crib and stuff like that. And Raider Nation, the chat, everybody, man, people that was close to me, helped me out also. Um, You know what I mean? I was working a shitty gig at a fast food restaurant and turned around and got me a way better job than I'm working now. And, everything is just, like you said, on the up and up, and everything's going good right now. So I could relate to that, bro. Much love. I love you and your family, bro. Little Raider. So, you know what I mean? That's all I wanted to say about that. You know what I'm saying? So, and, always definitely appreciate you pulling up. His stick, my man, his stick said, "Oh, Hell Raider." Hell Raider said, "Later, my brothers. Big day tomorrow. Sack, you're chill, bro." He gonna give me a chill. Too bad it won't stick. But he said, "Love you all. I'm out. Raiders." Yes, sir, bro.
Right.
You be
All
safe.
right, Pinhead.
And yeah, man. I hope everything is good tomorrow. So, yeah. Who else? Let's just get to the chat real quick before I say my little spill.
Oh, Jackson
Everybody
there. I didn't
say
know
Night
Jack
Hell
was in
Raider.
there.
My man Hit Stick in the building.
Triple salute to Hit Stick.
He said, "You're." Yes, sir. He said, "You're with a rock like mob. You know what to do, bro. You know how I'm rocking, cloud stocking. I ain't got no cushion in my pocket right now." Jack, what it do, bro? Bro said, "Hit, salute, brother." Yes, sir. Jack triple salute, yes, sir. Devin said, "Appreciate y'all so much. Y'all mean a lot to us." Yeah, man, and your family means a lot to us too, bro. You know what I mean? Like I
Feelings
said,
mutual.
we exactly we are Raider Nation, bro. We stick together. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean, and give me and give Lil Raider a little fist bump for me. You know what I'm saying? Give him a little fist bump. Say Uncle Europe. Say what up. You know what I mean? Jack Kenner, bro, said salute to Devin and Lil Raider. Yes, sir. Hit Stick said Sack Town triple salute. You know it.
Boom, boom, boom.
So the thing that popped off to me, while watching this presser meant a lot to me because I really liked it, Devon White, bro. Like I wanted us to get him, and we didn't get him. We wound up getting fucking, I forgot who it was.
Yeah.
So, for it to come full circle and us pick him up this year, I really hope he makes the team. And it sounds like he's a starter. That's what it sounds like. It's him and Landon
Yeah,
out
because
there.
he was like saying, oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I mean, it's like they were talking about Jamal Adams. He goes, right now it's my position. He's got to take it from me.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's still
because
Jamal Adams is still a little raw because he never played full linebacker position, so he's still a little raw. To me, I think out of all the linebackers that get cut, and this is going to be a surprise, because y'all gonna be like, what the fuck are you talking about? But don't be surprised if it do come true. But I think, what's the dude we got? What's the other linebacker from the Bengals we got?
The Bengals, Pratt.
Yeah. I think, to be honest, if he don't hit the field no time soon, I think he gets cut. Because I think Devon White, to me, this is just my opinion, right? I think Devon White and Jamal Adams are just too good for him to feed them off. You know what I'm saying? And he's not going to sit the bench. He's not going to do that. He'd rather get cut and try to play somewhere else than, you know what I'm saying? But I could be wrong, though, too. But that's just my feeling, you know what I mean, in my opinion. That's just how I feel for right now. You know what I'm saying? Because we haven't heard from him. We haven't seen him on the field yet. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens. But other than that, man, Devon White, man, the first thing I like coming out of his mouth, pause, was, I'm healthy. You know what I'm saying? He says, I'm healthy, I'm hungry, and I feel good, and I'm back. I'm going to just say this, right, y'all? For those who never seen or haven't seen Devon White's tape or any games on Devon White, I think you need to do that after this live. That's my homework for y'all. Because Devon White, when he's healthy, this motherfucker is different. And the fact that he's getting put into a situation that he's comfortable in, that he's used to playing, it makes it even more better, bro. And this is what I've been saying about Pete Carroll, bro. He's going to put people in positions. I've been saying this way before draft, early when we first got Pete. Pete's going to put people in the position. He's going to put players in position to succeed, to have their best year. He's done that multiple times. I'm not even talking about just USC. He's done that multiple times, yo. Even with the Seahawks. So I'm telling y'all, man, Devon White is going to be an X factor on that defense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I see Devon White and Jamal Adams rotating in and out too. You know.
Yeah. Yep. Because are they playing 3 linebackers or are they playing 2? They're only playing 2, right? That means Jermaine Pratt's not starting. If they're playing 2.
They're usually a fourth. Yeah, it's hard to say because the new coaching staff, they like to have 5 back, but I see him running 4-3, and I see him running a 4-2 and bringing up a safety like Chan.
Well, that's what they're
I
gonna
see
do.
a lot of mixes.
Nah, facts. But I think, yeah, I that's just my opinion. You feel me? Let me get. So what else did he say? He was there. I knew it was something other than the injury, though. You know what I'm saying? I knew it was something. I said, bro, it has to be something other than the injury.
Yeah.
Why he's not playing this well, and for multiple years. Also, he never had really a down season with the Bucs until like the last couple of years he was with them. You know what I'm saying? So I knew it was something different. I just had a gut feeling that it was something else that was hindering him from being what he used to be. And now that he's gotten that out the way, he's gotten therapy, he's talking to people, he's doing what he needs to do, he's got his body right, he's super healthy, he says. Bro, Devon White is going to have a breakout season, bro. I promise you. He's going to have a
No
breakout.
doubt, man. I think him and Landon both are going to have breakout seasons. Sorry, I keep interrupting you.
No, I'm reading what Jack said. So
What'd he say?
He said, I don't know what it is about. The Raiders on players being first string, second string, third string compete. He means Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll always wants players to compete, gives everyone a chance. Well, yeah, we already knew that, Jack.
Well,
We already knew that.
Yeah.
He's running with first, second. All the first, second, and third are mixing it up for in the starting lineup. So we already knew that. You know what I mean?
And that's smart.
We said it yesterday. Yeah, and we said it yesterday. Like we said that they'll you'll see it in the Seahawks game when the second string people come in, it's gonna look like the first string people are in because they've been running with the ones. Third string been running with the ones. You know what I'm saying? So everybody's been running with the ones, the twos, threes, the this and that, and the third. So yeah, everybody's getting a shot, and it's gonna show. But that's all I had on Devon White though. Oh no, I didn't. Like I said, I knew that it was something else that was wrong with him, and come to find out, we knew that his, he was dealing with his pops. Now that touched me because I'm gonna tell y'all a story. I love my pops, but he did some foul shit. You feel me? Like, you know what I mean? I love my pops to death. I'll never talk bad about him. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna just tell you my story that's kind of related to what Devon White was saying. You know what I'm saying? And that's why it hit different for me. Growing up, I didn't really. My pops wasn't really in my life because him and my mom split up. Plus, my mom's took me and brought me to my grandmother. So I spent most of my younger age in New York City with my grandmother. And then I moved with my mom's. So every summer, my mom's would take me to Jersey, and because I was living in New York, so she would take me to Jersey to spend the summer with my pops, and then my pops, she'll come pick me up and stuff like that. So that's how I got to spend time with my pops, but I never was around him. You know what I'm saying, like that, like in an everyday situation. But fast forward to now, I kind of not talk to my pops like that. Like we used to talk a lot, but now I kind of like backed away of talking to him because, like I said, he did some foul shit. Like when I really needed him, when I was talking about me getting help with my crib and stuff, I asked him like, Pop, like, you know what I'm saying, I need your help. And mind you, I don't ask my father for nothing. I've been out in Alabama for 12 years. You know what I'm saying? I've been in Alabama for 12 years. I only asked my father and my mother for anything probably like once or twice out of 12 years. So I don't ask my parents for nothing because I try to get it myself. But if my back is really against the wall, then I'll call my parents up. You feel me? So I hit my pops up like, yo, Pop, like, I need your help. Like, I'm in the bind right now, getting ready to lose my crib. I said, I've been hustling money. I've been, trying to get the money up, but you know what I'm saying, I still probably like $200 short. So he goes, oh, son, I got you. Don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? He says, we're going to get you your help. You know what I'm saying? He says, only thing is I don't get paid until the first. Same as like my father-in-law or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So my pops was like, because my pops is retired. He's been at the same job since I was 2 years old. You know what I'm saying? He retired when I was like 35, 37. I'm 39. You know what I'm saying? So he's been retired for about a good 5-6 years. So, I'm talking to him. He's like, when you need it, son? I'm like, this day, blah, blah, blah. So I'm calling him. We talking every day up until the day that I needed the bread, and he never answered. And then kept calling him, and he never answered, and he never answered. I'm calling him and calling him, never answered. And this is not even just one day I called him. I called him for multiple days, and he never answered. Well, finally, I got the money up. You know what I'm saying? I call him, and ironic, he answers. You know what I'm saying? But I'm pissed. But y'all know me. Like, I smile behind the pain. You feel me? So I just like, I never even mentioned it to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, Pop, like, I thought you was going to hook. I never mentioned it to him because it's like, what's the point? All you're going to do is say something that I don't want to hear. So I didn't never bring it up to him. You feel me? But, so when Devon White said that, when him and his pops, like that shit, it kind of tripped me out. You know what I'm saying? And plus, I almost lost my pops to cancer also. You know what I'm saying? So, so it was that all in that nutshell, you know what I'm saying? But I think that Devon White is not playing for himself anymore. He's playing for his father. You know what I mean? Just like Jack Besh is playing for his brother Tiger. So I think that these guys gonna come out here and give it their all, man. Like he said, they got that chip on their shoulder. You know what I'm saying? They willing to do every and anything to get back to where they were. And I see that. And Pete is helping them out in so many ways. Keeping their mind fresh, keeping their mind off of bullshit, just keeping it on Raiders football and all that other. Y'all like how I put that in there, right? Raiders football. Anyways. So, you know what I mean? So I'm, that's what it is to me. And another thing is, I think that's super dope that him and DeCamerion Richardson are first cousins. I think that's fire. I'm a person that always never got to play football on the same team with my brother, but my brother always came to my games and stuff. But we always played basketball. We was on basketball teams together. You know what I'm saying? Mainly summer league because I was old. I'm 2 years older than him, so I was in 2 grades over him. So you know what I'm saying? But my senior year was the only year I was able to play football with him, and he didn't play, and I was pissed off. And I'm like, bro, we could have been wrecking shit together, bro. Like, both of us at fucking corner, bro. Like, I'm at safety, you at corner. We could have been wrecking shit, bro. But he didn't want to play. He wanted to play basketball. So, I mean, it's all good, though. I love my brother. Shout out to Mill, you hear me? But you know what I mean? So, a lot of shit that he was saying hit home. You feel me? And I think that Devon White is going to be that dude, bro. Yeah, I'm telling you, he's going to be 45 all over again, but not in red and gold. It's going to be in the silver and black this time. Ardell, what it do, brother? He said, Lumberjack, I'm going to give me a fucking shirt. I'm going to give me a shirt. I'm gonna make me a hoodie or a shirt and something that says Lumberjack Yurt. And you know what, Ardell, since you gave me that name, I'm gonna give it to you, bro. That's gonna be my gift to you, bro. Oh my mama.
Love you, Ardell.
Yes, sir. Ardell, you always coming through with it, bro. And I had to give you that wrench, bro. I had to. Jack in the building was goody. He said, Ardell, salute, brother. Jack said training camp is still early. Yeah, we know. That's why we keep it every day. You know what I'm saying? We've been doing pressers every day. Ain't that right, Sack? We've been doing pressers every day. Every day.
Before they put the pads on, we were doing pressers.
Exactly. Yeah. Right. Mm-hmm. Ardell said, I hope you're right. Your defense has a lot to prove. Nah, facts. But I'm telling you, this defense is actually different from last year and the year before, even with Gruden. Like, let me tell you something, bro. This defense is. Have y'all been hearing? So I've been playing the pressers a lot, right? I know y'all been hearing hungry a lot. And I ain't talking about eating food, goddamn. You feel me? Y'all been hearing the word hungry a lot. I'm hungry. This guy's hungry. This guy's hungry. This guy's hungry. That player's hungry. He's hungry. Like, shit, we some starving motherfuckers over here. That's how hungry we are. We itching to play a game. You feel me? We itching to play a game. So sky's the limit for this defense, bro. I'm telling you. Jermaine Pratt, if he don't hit that field, yeah, we might not see him. So,
and like you mentioned earlier, the defense had a really good day in practice in training camp today.
And we've been having good defense. Let me tell you this: defense had way more good practices than the offense has. Just to keep you in mind, you know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, I mean, you only cover guys so close, and Gino drops a dime in there to somebody.
Right?
I mean, fuck, you'd have to pretty much tackle him for him not to catch the ball.
Lord Buddy Bear, I understand. I think it's cool that you think that was a coincidence, but I don't want to hear that filth.
You were really. I don't know if it wasn't. I don't know if it was in the chat, but you broke up through that whole thing you said. It was breaking up from here anyway. I don't know if the chat can hear it or
not. What was I saying? Like, refresh me. I got short-term memory on.
I don't know. I couldn't hear it. What was it? I know what it was. God damn it. Fuck, I don't know, man.
Oh, when I was talking about this person hungry, that person's hungry.
No, it was somebody that made a chat, and you said something back to him. I think it was Buddy Bear.
But yeah, he said just had to badmouth Brady. Then a lot more people showed up in the chat. Just saying, he wants to chill. That's what he wants, dog. That's what he's
Yeah,
asking for. If you want to chill, bro, just you want to chill, bro, I'll give you one just cause.
yeah.
Tough division, some good QBs, some great QBs actually. And yes, sir, we do have a tough division. Last year 4-2-5, now 4-3-4. Either three linebackers or three safeties. I don't know. I think it's going to be three safeties because they're only playing two linebackers right now, and that's Landon Roberts and um, Devon White. So, yeah, Ardell, we passed Wilkins, bro. Like, we all know that he's a fondler, and we don't really care about fondlers. Have them
It's
on their
beyond
team, on this
fondling.
team.
It's fucking
Yeah,
beyond
Josh
fondling.
Allen was big. See, but where Josh Allen fucked up was going to the ref. Me, I'd have took that shit into my own hands. I'd have took my helmet off precisely. I'd be like, "Hey, Christian, here's my job. Come do it again." And then rocked his shit with that helmet. Boy, I'd have gave his stupid ass a concussion. I bet you he'd have forgot what he did. Goddamn shit. Mm-hmm. His stick said, "Low key D-Dub, another weapon to send on a blind side blitz." He about to be on that mode. He on that. Nah, facts. He's definitely on that. You know what I'm saying? Jack said, "You're so sorry, my friend." What you sorry for, bro?
What?
I don't
What you
know.
sorry about?
What you sorry?
Jack, what are you sorry about, man?
Oh, okay. I know. I see his next comment. I'm gonna get to that. Okay. He said, "You're so sorry, my friend." I mean, shit, that come with the territory, bro. You feel me? Like, I ain't gonna say me and my pops got a bad relationship because we really don't. But it's just certain shit that he does that pisses me off. That just like, all right, I'm not gonna talk to you for a little bit, but I'll call you some other. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. But we don't have a bad relationship. Like, you know what I mean? It was just that foul. I don't like shit like that. Like, if you're gonna tell me you're gonna do something, you know what I mean? I expect you to be by your word. You know what I'm saying? But you know how it is. You feel me? Devin said losing Spillane is a really big blow. I do agree that we got two players for the cheap, but that was our one spot that was locked down. Who is that dog that's left besides Max? Who is him's? Um,
Wow, that's a lot of
see,
questions.
so all right, so Devin, this what it is, right? I understand, like everybody is like really pissed about losing Spillane, saying that's a really big blow, but it's not. It's not. Look, listen, I did, and Sacktown will let you know, like, and if Nadman was in here, he'll let you know too. Yurt watches film. You know what I'm saying? He watches film. Sacktown no, because he didn't know nothing about what's the name until I told him about him. And I said, go look him up. He looked him up. He's like, wow, you're like, you really did your homework. Yes, I did. Look, Spillane was a really good linebacker for us. Yes, he was. Won't take nothing from him. But Elandon Roberts is him. And Devin White is him. You know what I'm saying? And they're both back and healthy, bro. I can tell you right now, and you already hearing reports how Landon Roberts is smacking cats. He already smacked Genty.
Yep.
So you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you right now. If there's any look, Landon Roberts is going to be he's going to look good, bro. I promise you that. He's going to do really good. And then you got Devin White to compliment him also, which is going to be phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, and
yeah.
They got both of them cheaper than they would have gotten Spillane for. So
Right.
you got two
Exactly.
players cheaper than one.
Yep. And He says, who is that dog that's left besides Max, who is him?
Oh shit, we got a lot of dogs out there.
Got Kooce.
Got Adam Butler.
Got
Got
Kooce, Butler. You got
Jeremy
Jonah.
Chin. I mean,
you got a lot of dogs out there, yo. Even the
we got a
linebackers.
lot of dogs, man.
So, yeah.
We have to buy some milk bones, man.
You feel? We got so much dog. We got so much dogs on that team. We ran out of pedigree.
Yeah.
Shout out to the peeps, man. Jack said, "Your sack time. My father died at age 23. My best friend, and take care of your mom and your and younger sisters. That's a lot of pressure. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna tell you about some pressure. Taking care of your younger brother at a younger age, and I was younger than 23 when I took care of my brother because my mother was, she was out there for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So." My mother's a good woman. She always made sure that, me and my brother had. She always, she'd rob, steal, whatever for us. You know what I'm saying? But, unfortunately, mom was, in a different place. So, she would leave, me and my brother alone at the crib for a minute. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was able to do a bunch of things at a young age, like adults, like cook, do laundry. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about putting shit in the microwave and feed my brother it. No, I'm talking about cooking, like real cooking on the stove cooking. I'm little as hell on a fucking high stool, and I'm cooking for me and my brother. No, I'm dead serious. Like this truly
I
fact.
didn't mean to laugh. I just got the picture of you standing on the stool making
Yeah,
breakfast or lunch or whatever for your
true.
brother.
If I ain't want to cook, I'd be like, bro, we finna eat cereal. All right. You know what I'm saying? And then, but I'm talking about in the mornings. Afternoons, we make a little sandwich, probably eat cereal, something like that. But at night, yeah. He'd be like, my brother would call me John or Jonte, you know what I'm saying? He'd be like, Jonte,
Right.
I wanna eat this. All right, we're gonna eat that then. You feel me? So I took care of my brother at a young age, and I'm not talking about no 17, 16. I'm talking about 8, 9 years old, bro. You feel me? Like real shit. You know what I mean? I'm doing laundry for us so we can go to school in the morning and stuff like that. Like, yeah. You know what I mean? Then I hold it down till my mom get back, and when she get back, she'll sleep for however long she sleep, and she'll be right back to normal, and we'll be good again. Until she was able to go out and do her again. You feel me? She was like, go ahead, I'm gonna be out for a little while, take care of your brother, make sure nobody's in my house, make sure the house is clean. Y'all know what to do, this, that, and the third, whoop-de-whoop, and that was it. So I had to learn at a young age too. So I feel you, Jack. You know what I'm saying? I feel you, bro.
Well,
And
you're the oldest. You're the oldest, right?
yeah, I'm 2 years older than my brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm
So you had
39.
to take on that adult role when you're an 8-year-old. So it's
Yeah.
awesome that you did that.
Why?
But you lost part of your childhood from that, though.
Hell no, I didn't. Shit, I was still out playing with my friends and shit like that. When my mama said don't have
Okay.
nobody in the house, everybody was in the house. Goddamn, we finna have a
Oh, okay.
party.
Okay. Gotcha. That's what I was like,
Oh
referring to
yeah, we
that
got the
statement.
squad. We got the squad in the crib. We got the females in the crib. What you mean?
At 8 years old, I can see
8 years
now.
old. Damn right.
8 years
Damn.
old, and he's got fucking these you know, probably like fifth graders, women girls in
Hey,
the house.
nah, facts. And let me tell you though, right? Let me tell you on some real shit. Yo, this girl I used to mess with, actually, she was like my first everything. You know what I'm saying? She's the one who told me how to cook chicken a different way. You feel
Yeah.
me? I ain't never put no mustard on my chicken and shit. Like, you put mustard on the chicken, then you season it up. and then you throw it in the flour and stuff like that. I ain't never do that shit. I just do it how my
I
mom
never
taught me.
heard of
Like, I got new.
I never heard of mustard on chicken either. That sounds
Mom,
good to me though.
it's good. It gives it more. It gives it more flavor and
I love mustard.
crunchiness. Man, I started using that tactic. I'm like, oh, I'm fine with it. She's like, damn, you
And what do? You fry it or you put it in the
yeah,
oven? What do you do?
hell no, I fry that bitch.
Okay, so
My mom taught me
you put
how to
mustard and then you put the crumbs and shit on, or
nah, I
flour or whatever.
put flour on, put the put the seasoning stuff on it, throw the mustard on there, mix that shit all together, throw a little bit more seasoning on it, mix it all together again, throw that bitch in a bag of flour, shake that
There you
motherfucker,
go.
just whoosh, whoosh, whoosh.
Fuck,
Yep.
I gotta try that, man.
Voila.
That sounds good, man. I love mustard.
Hell yeah. Ardell said, damn, yeah, man. For me, 23 years old. Damn, yeah, that's crazy. He said, nah, I know why you're doesn't have the southern drawl.
Oh,
He said, now we know New York and New Jersey. Yeah, that's where I'm from. My mother was born in my mother and father is from New York City. But my father grew up in New Jersey when he was younger because they moved when he was a kid, when he was a young cat. So they moved to Jersey. Me and my mother is born and raised from the Bronx in New York. So yeah, I know all about it. I went to school out there from 8th grade all the way to 12th. You know what I'm saying? So 7th grade, I was at PS 106. 8th grade, I was at IS 127. I got into a fight, so we moved. Well, I kept getting into a fight. I kept getting into fights because people kept testing me. So I beat them the fuck up, and then next thing you know, they come back, want to test me again, and then they fucking jump me. Like I can count on one hand how many times I had one-on-one fights, yo. And I can count on my hands and toes and everything, and Sacktown's hands and toes, and then y'all hands and toes on how many times I got jumped. Nobody wanted to see me one-on-one, for real. Anyways, uh, Histic said D-Dub going to fit PG defense schemes. He about to dial up some disguise blitz that are going to be a problem. It's that, not facts, bro. Like I told you, like Devon White is probably one of the best blitzing linebackers, bro, in the league. So yeah, it's definitely gonna be that. I do hear that New York accent a little bit. Yeah, it's cool.
how you
Yeah,
doing,
you got the
Europe?
wrench, bro. What?
I got to give a special
Shout
what?
out to my brother in Sacktown 916.
Oh, okay.
That's Jack.
Yeah. Shout out to you too, Jack.
Yes, sir. Jack said everyone has been asking for another DB CB. Pete said it could be better than what he had in Seattle. I'm gonna tell
Yeah,
you
he did.
that he said it, and
Yeah.
the only person I can think of that right now that got compared to Richard Sherman is Darian Porter. Like he's act like I've heard Pete Carroll said he was just like Richard Sherman playing receiver. Only playing a little bit of receiver. This is his second year playing corner. So he's definitely going to be. I don't even know why he's starting. If this is like his second year, I wouldn't start. Well, I mean, I guess you throw him out there, you can see what he do if he, but I don't know. It's just my
Yeah.
opinion.
Well, they threw him out. They pretty much
Uh,
threw him out there last year because they had to with the injuries and stuff. He got thrown to the wolves, before they wanted to play him, and he held up. Well, it sucked. Okay, but so did Jacorian this first year when he got thrown out there in the same type of situation. But I've heard a lot of talk about D Cam. You know what?
Yo, his nigga's funny. He said this nigga Wilkins is zesty. He said he hella weird. He said he a fruit pop nigga. Oh, that's funny. He said don't sleep on Dante Thornton Jr. Big body
Oh
to
fuck
compete for
no!
catches on third down. Yeah, we already seen the
Hey,
70-yard touchdown. Yeah, of course.
we're not skipping on Dante. I liked him better than Jack Besh. As far as because the competition that Betch had, where Thornton doesn't have that competition for that long, tall, big
Yeah,
receiver.
he's still scoring touchdowns. So
Yep.
I mean, Besh
Yeah.
gonna do his thing too.
Yeah. I think he
Where's the
is.
flag?
If I was to say between the two of them, I think Dante is going to get more playing time.
Yeah, of
That's
course.
just my opinion.
Yeah. No, you're right. Where's the flag? Said I agree 100%. I 100% agree with Yurt on this linebacker room. It's fire, not facts. Like
Oh, no doubt
it's
about
probably
it,
like.
bro.
Let me say something. We had Spillane last year, but this year is obviously the better linebacker group and I say that because it was only Spillane. There was nobody else that was good. Devon Diablo was horrible. He was not good. You know what I'm saying? Um, who else? And that was it. Just them two. So I ain't gonna lie, y'all probably call me crazy, but I take Elandon Roberts and Devon White over fucking Spillane and Divine Diablo. I'm just saying. Just saying. Where's the flag? Salute, brother. He said a big dog. He said Isaiah Palomar, a big dog. Also, he
Oh
on
yeah,
that bro. Facts, yeah. He's gonna be really good. Watch.
I've been
Jack
loving
said,
Paul Mal.
oh, he
That
said,
is a great.
he said, that's real shit. He said, proud of you taking care proud of you, my friend, in taking care of your family. I pride myself on that, bro. Family is everything to me. My wife, my kids, my mother, my father, my brother, like, you know, they my everything. Jack said, I get it. I can dig it. Sacktown has the munchies real bad. He
You
said
ain't
chicken in a
wrong, man.
pan, chicken
You
mouth.
ain't wrong.
Ardell said that. Devin says some people are dads and some people become dads. Salute to you, bro, for taking care of yours. Nah, facts. That's just, something I try to do and I pride myself on, like I said, you feel me? I'm a good brother, I'm a good son, I'm a good father, you know what I'm saying? A good husband, you know what I mean? So I don't take none for granted, you know what I'm saying? I don't take none for granted. You know what I mean? I do everything to the fullest, to the max. Like right now, I'm taking care of the fam. You feel me? Because my wife just got out the hospital a few weeks ago. So she's back and forth to the docs and certain stuff, and she's exercising and making sure her body is better and she's better, so she can go back to work. You feel me? So right now, I'm
Oh,
holding it down.
that's
I'm saying,
that's nice.
and it ain't even no pressure on me. That's the thing. You know what I mean? I come home, I get up 4 something in the morning every day. I get up at 4:45, 5 o'clock in the morning every day and drive 51 minutes to work. Come home, I do 11 hours, 10, maybe 10 and a half to 11 hours, maybe 12 hours. Drive another 51 minutes back to the crib just to do a 2 to 3 hour show, and then I'm back asleep. And I'm do the shit all over again. So this shit don't phase me, yo. It don't. When people say, yo, you tired of shit? Yeah, you damn right I'm tired, but shit, the grind don't stop at all. It don't stop at all. You know what I'm saying? When I first came into this shit, I told myself, yo, I'm going to be on this shit every day. I'm gonna do a show every day. I started off with 2 shows a day. Started doing 3 shows a day. Then back to 2 shows a day. Then fluctuating from 3 shows to 2 shows a day. Then I got a job. I was doing 2 shows a day. Then I got a better job. Now I'm doing 1 show every day. You know what I'm saying? So the grind don't stop, y'all. It don't stop. Even when you at your worst and you fucking tired and everything's not going your way. Just keep pushing and be like, you know what, I got this. I'm gonna do this shit. You feel me? Because ain't nobody gonna do this shit for me. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna do shit for you, yo. You know what I'm saying? What's that saying? If you want something done, you gotta do the shit your own or by yourself. Do the shit yourself.
I'm gonna do an actual quote too from the Bible. Doesn't it say the Lord helps those who help themselves?
Yep.
Isn't that in the Bible?
Oh yeah, go ahead, Yes, sir, it is. Yes, sir, it is. Yep. God blesses the ones that bless themselves, that helps themselves. Yes, sir. Chewy said, "What's good? What's up, bro?"
Hey, Jess,
What's that?
how you doing, man?
I see, man. Y'all go sub at my man Chewy's NFL news and podcast, man. He at 114, man. Run that shit up. Run that shit
Yep.
up. Get
Oh
my
yeah,
bro.
man.
Get my bro to 500 real quick. You hear me? And he's trending fast too. Like it's not even like I'm not even bullshitting, bro. Like my bro been only doing this shit for about 2 months, yo. 2.5, 3 months. And he's already at 114, bro. So salute to my bro Chewy, man. Salute to you, bro. Proud of you, my
Hey,
guy.
man.
Jack said at Sacktown, I agree on Thornton over Besh. Thornton definitely Al Davis pick. Nah, facts. I'm not saying I agree also, but we need to slow down because the only reason why Besh ain't kick up yet is because he's dealing with his contract dispute. And if you not signed, you can't really practice like that. So, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
Well,
you're gonna
I was
start
saying, go ahead.
you're gonna start to see Jack Besh kick up. Matter of fact, he already did. He had a touchdown already. He
Mhm.
had 2 touchdowns, one yesterday and one today. So
Yeah, the only reason I was thinking, Thornton over Besh is because Thornton really doesn't have competition in the role he plays. Where Besh, there's a lot more, you know, competition. Splitting time with Corey and stuff like that. So that's the only reason I said it was only position, not his value.
right. Devin said Merrick was washed. I don't. Oh, he said Merrick was trash. I wouldn't say he was trash, but he didn't. I don't know. I don't know how to feel on that because I felt like Merrick's last 2 years was way better than his first 2. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
uh, I was so proud of Sacktown 916 and my boy's song for his daughter. Tons of talent. I could listen over and over again. I could dig it. Yo, this shit. Wait a minute. Hold up. My bad. I'm gonna get to the rest of the chat, but we got one more goddamn presser to watch. I done forgot all about this shit and told my life
Oh,
story and shit.
who's the next presser?
Jonah Laulu is the last presser, y'all.
Okay.
And then we're gonna do the just kick it segment.
Okay.
Jonah, last year when I was me, you and Adam were visiting the locker room, and when you walked away, he
Matter of
told
fact,
me
I don't even got time for the just kick it segment. So we're just gonna do this, talk about it a little bit, and then
and I just asked
we're
him
gonna
about
head
that
out.
because you're playing well and your
All right.
role is growing, and he says he sees a lot of you in him. I'm just curious about your relationship with Adam and how he's helped you through your maturation process, please.
I mean, Adam's always been a great role model for me, especially last year coming in, getting thrown in the fire. It's crazy because I've actually stolen some stuff from him, and that's what I kind of like to do. Like I've stolen things from Max, I've stolen things from him, and kind of incorporated them in my game. And I'm really appreciative of him. He got me my first sack. I'm always in debt to him forever. My plan is to hopefully get him some sacks too, because that's what he's done his whole career is, get the people next to him better. And a lot of credit goes to AB. He's really helped me. I was really just talking to him earlier before I came in here, just asking him about, earlier on in his career, being better at this and, how did he get better at that? Where he lacked that, how did he get better in this area, so on and so forth. And, to hear that come from you, it means a lot because AB's a great player. He's been in this game for a long time. He's been around some great players, great coaches, been to the Super Bowl, won the Super Bowl. And, to be able to, watch after him and take things from him, to be able to learn from him and his mindset is, I think, very important for me.
Jonah, when you look back at last year's experience, how important was it for you to, in your own mind, kind of establish a baseline for yourself? It's going to grow from there, but just a baseline of NFL success for you as you go down.
G-Fed, what up, bro?
So from last year, last year I was just out there trying to get on top of the game, coming in late from training camp. I came here first the week before we played, week one, and just trying to learn the plays. I was trying to learn our philosophy on the defense, how we operate, how do we attack offenses, and, being able to now transition to this year where I'm still under the same coaches on the defense and, being able to stack on top of last year. I'm very comfortable in the defense. Even though we changed some things, I'm still, used to these coaches, how they coach. I know their mindset. I know what they want to see. I know how they want me to be out there and play. And, especially learning my brothers on the D-line, being next to Max and AB and Malk and all them boys, just understanding how they're about to play and knowing, how I'm going to fit off of them and, having good communication. We have good ways of, telling each other what's about to happen. And, I'm excited and, I feel much more comfortable out there compared to last year for sure.
Talking about last year, can you just talk about, does your motor, I guess, intensify knowing that, last year you're kind of coming in trying to learn the plays, but now you're kind of expected to potentially be a starter for this team? Does it change anything at all, or does it stay the same?
I think one thing that has changed a little bit is my confidence in myself. Last year, especially as a rookie year, and the situation I was in, I was trying to catch up. I felt like I was so far behind. And, this year, one thing I think has changed, and I've talked to PG about this personally, is having unbridled confidence. And, I'm still trying to get into that mode. And it's happened sometimes where at practice, I'll get into a mode where, you feel like nobody can block you. And that's something that you can't really coach. That's something that comes from experience that, I feel like a lot of dominant NFL players can say that they felt that way. And, that's and AB even talking about this. It's your attitude. It's about having that feeling, knowing like you're about to go whoop the person in front of you. And I think that's probably one of the biggest changes I've had from last year is I've gained a lot more confidence. I'm not saying, that I'm the best in the world, all this, but I'm saying like it does make a big difference, having that confidence of visually seeing yourself, what you're about to do, anticipating what the offense is about to do, and understanding how you're about to attack it and make a play.
For you having the opportunity that you have right now for this team in particular, being a Vegas guy, how kind of cool is that? Is that something you've been able to wrap your head around?
It means everything to me. A lot of the time, I'm not really thinking about it, but there will be a lot of times where I'm walking through the facility and I look at the logo and I'm just like, 9 years ago, I would have never thought this. Like, this is a dream come true, and it means so much to me to be able to represent this organization in my hometown, in my city. And my family is so close to me. Like, my mom was literally at my house the other day cleaning my house because she knows it's camp time, so the house is a little dusty. And she came through, she cleaned, she had the, Earth, Wind, and Fire on playing when I came inside. The fan was blowing because it was a little hot in there. She turned the AC down because she was in there working. So, it really means a lot to me. And it pushes me more and motivates me more because, I don't know, like a lot of my friends from high school I grew up with or elementary, middle school, they'll be at the practices sometimes and they'll be like, hey, man, I'll be out there. Like, I'll come say hi. And I'm like, it's just a really cool feeling to be able to represent your hometown. And it pushes me to, give it my all because this is where I'm from. And, ultimately I live here and I'm going to live here for the rest of my life. So, it means so much more to me.
There's been a healthy give and take with the offense and defense so far during training camp. What are your thoughts on how the offense has been able to challenge you guys and push you guys in their potential?
it truly, like you said, it's a battle every day. We literally were just talking about it on the field as we were getting off, just attacking each other every day, and that's what's so important about football. It's a very unique sport. It's not like any other sport or job because we're actually going against our teammates. You could say trying to kill each other, but not within the confines of the game. And that's what really gets you better is iron sharpens iron. Getting each other better every play, and then being able to talk about, which I think is really cool, having a good relationship with those guys, and being able to talk about it, like oh, what was that play? Like, what did y'all just do? Like, because I'm thinking it's one thing, and then they're telling me it's another thing. I'm like, oh, okay, so now I know how that feels. I know how to play it better. They'll ask me some things, and I'll tell them like what gives it away and everything. And I think those relationships and understanding that builds, building that brotherhood, and then also getting each other better is so important. And we're going at it every day. Chip Kelly, he been in the game since before I was born, and so he has archives in his brain. I feel like just plays and what he's gonna run, and you really don't know ever what he's about to throw at us. So it keeps us on our toes, and then when we attack them, they come back the next day with something new, and it's a great formula for success. That's what I say.
There's obviously been a little bit of controversy outside of this building involving the defensive line. So what has that conversation been within your room of defensive linemen, just to keep that as outside noise and just to focus on what you got here?
The most important thing is just to control the controllables. Ignore the outside noise. There's always going to be outside noise. We're the Raiders. People are always going to have something to say about us, and just putting our heads down, just getting to work. No matter what nobody says, it's us versus the world. That's the mentality we have, and we're coming out here to compete this season.
How are you thinking about it, different events with the SAC Summit and all, and putting on your own football camp? Not only how important is it for you to kind of reinvest in the community that brought you up, but also to gather your own experience from every resource around that you can as you develop?
I think it's really cool. The Raiders have a really great community engagement team. Shout out Piper and all of them. I tell them all the time, whenever you need me, I'm gonna be there for any community event, and then vice versa. Like, I asked for them to provide, they got me some drawstring backpacks for when I had my kids camp out here in my high school. It's really cool to be able to pour into the community, because when I was that age, there wasn't really that many people from Vegas that, and we didn't have a team here. And now that we have the team here, being able to go show those kids that I'm a Vegas kid, I was in your guys' shoes. I remember being in this crazy city growing up, and people coming in town always wanting to go to the Fremont Street and the Strip, and you always got to go when you don't even want to. For the 8th time, seeing the same thing, same people on the street sitting there. But growing up, I understand how that is, and to be able to be kind of like a symbol for the kids, it's crazy because I talked to my mom about it. She's explaining it to me. These kids look up to you. And I just think I'm still just regular me. I'm going into my second year. I was just a rookie. I was just the one carrying the helmets from practice. Everybody's helmets together, putting them on my head, holding 4 helmets in each hand, going to the locker room. But I think I'm just regular old Jonah, but it means a lot. And I could put it in my perspective because when I was their age, I had DJ Campbell, Brandon Marshall. They came and talked to us. Those guys in high school. Brandon Marshall went to my high school, and then DJ Campbell, he came to my middle school and talked to us. He's a Vegas kid as well. He's now coaching at my old high school, and that impact that they left on me, it meant the world to me because I remember them to this day, from when I was a kid. Even if they didn't do anything else after football or after they came to talk to us, I remember that interaction for the rest of my life. I thought it was super cool being able to see people, that I thought was cool. I wanted to play football ever since I was a kid, and being able to see them in person, hear them talk to us, and just show that it's possible. And for me to be able to do that, it means so much to me. It's super cool, and I'm gonna continue to do things for the community. If y'all got any community things out here that you want me to do, I'll come do it, show face, because Vegas, my family. This is where I'm from.
Mentioned that you have you struggled with imposter syndrome in your first season a little bit, and every time we bring you up in a press conference, there's just been the most glowing things. Pete said you're doing everything right. Patrick Graham literally lit up like a Christmas tree, and Max said you don't even know how good you are. How much confidence does that give you that people are noticing the work that you're putting in?
I think it's just a mindset I've always had since I was younger. It's just I've always felt like I had something to prove. I always wanted to be able to take care of my family. I always felt like I had a chip on my shoulder, and it's just a mindset of never being satisfied. little victories here and there. You could be happy about that, pat yourself on the back or whatever, but you got to keep going to work because nobody cares about what you did yesterday. Like, nobody cares about my rookie year, none of that. I didn't do anything, to be honest. So, you know, I'm just looking at what's next. Like, I want to, because I want to make a name for myself. I want to be able to be a dominant player in this league, and for me to even think about being complacent or anything like that. When I'm next to players like Max Crosby, Adam Butler, all these guys, E-Rob, all them, D White, to try to get complacent and think, okay, I'm running with them on with the ones or whatever. Like, I never think about that. Think about it like that because I want to be, you know, a guy. I want to be that guy, and if you want to be that guy, you got to put that work in. And so, I think I've always just had good coaches, good people around me, good relationships with my teammates, and you know, the closer we get, the harder we play for one another. And I think it's just having that mindset of always putting your head down, going to work, because you know tomorrow's not guaranteed. And that's with whatever you do in life. If you're a chef, if you're a maid, if you clean yards or anything like that, like, you know, tomorrow's not guaranteed. So, you know, you got to put that work in every day and treat it like it's your last opportunity. Because at the end of the day, this is a great opportunity. I'm here in my hometown. I have no complaints. I'm absolutely blessed. So for me to, you know, take that for granted, I'd probably regret that for the rest of my life. So I'll never take this for granted. And I'll continue to give this my all so I can, you know, do it for my brothers to the left and the right of me, to my family, and then, you know, my Vegas people out here.
With imposter syndrome, how do those comments make you feel, and how does that give you confidence?
I feel like, I know some people have that confidence where they don't have, like, you know, they feel like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to be here, I'm supposed to be there. Like, you know, I feel like I'm not supposed to be here, and through the grace of God and my hard work, I got to be here. And, you know, like, it's pretty. I feel like it's pretty easy to have imposter syndrome being next to Max Crosby. Like, y'all see my practice, he be doing some crazy stuff. Like, you can't teach the stuff he does. I mean, same with AB. Like, seeing those guys and see how sharpened, like, you know, how sharpened they are within the game, and you know their skill and their mindset, and just knowing what the offense is about to do. Like, AB will ask me something like, did you hear what they said? Like, what is this? I'm like, bro, no, I didn't hear that. Like, I did not know that's what they meant when they said that. And so, like, it's just, there's levels to the game, and there's still a little, you know, imposter syndrome here and there, but I think that keeps me humble and keeps me, you know, wanting to continue to get better, because that's, at the end of the day, that's what I want to do, is continue to get better every day, because I know I'm not anywhere near being a finished product. And I know I'm nowhere near being, you know, the best I could be. So, you know, I'm excited to see, you know, how training camp goes, continuing to work and get better at, you know, what I want to get better at. And, you know, when we get to the first game this year, you know, going out there and just doing our thing.
Awesome.
Appreciate you guys.
Well, since Uncle's not here, oh shit, we got Kooce next. I forgot about Kooce. God damn it. And it looks like his is a little bit short, so yeah, his on like 5 minutes long. So I'm gonna go first and wait till Unc get back. So I've been saying this a lot since day one about Jonah Laulu. I think he's gonna be a stud. The fact that he, you know, takes his game, he watches other people's moves and takes moves from other people and implements it into his game to make him better. I think that's dope. I think the fact that, you know, he's just eager and willing to get better every day just says a lot. You know what I'm saying? The fact that he wants to, you know, be one of the best says a lot. And the crazy thing is, he knows that he ain't even close to being where he wants to be. You know what I mean? So he know there's a lot of growth. There's a lot of things being, you know, thrown at him. Like he said, last year I didn't really know too much. This year, I'm more focused and I'm more comfortable. I know a lot more, you know what I'm saying, now than I did last year. So I think sky's the limit for Jonah, man. I think Adam Butler is going to continue to help him throughout the year. He's going to have really good success. And yeah, man, I'm excited to see what Jonah can bring this year, man, for real. Because I liked him last year, and I raved about him all off season, and I raved about him all, through camp and stuff and OTA. So yeah, and I must remind you again, I was the one to say that Jonah Laulu will be starting if Christian Wilkins wasn't able to either come back and play, but now that he got released, he's the full time starter, so that just made it even sweeter. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's all I really got on it. What you got?
Again, we're on the same wavelength.
Yeah.
Um, but shit, shit. Well, one of the things was, he's in his second year now, so he's more comfortable. He's more confident. When you're more
Yeah.
comfortable and more confident, I keep saying this over and over again. You
You
play
play your best.
faster.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, and playing for his hometown seems to really mean a lot to him.
Yeah.
You know, and he wants to get back to the community. That's all great, but just showing up and playing good for his
Mm-hmm.
hometown fans, say to teach the kids, hey, I started here too, and
Right.
here's where I am. You can do it
Right.
too,
Exactly.
and want to do all that community work and stuff. And shit, uh, fuck, I wish I could read my writing. Oh,
No.
um, the things that he said about Max and Adam Butler, you know, helping him, and he wants to go to them and learn from them because I mean, why wouldn't you? But and then we've seen this a lot through a lot of players. They're going to each other and helping each other by they're trying to go to the more veteran ones and learn from them, and then the veterans ones always say, well, I'm learning from him too. You know,
Right.
that's a great way to have a football team. It's just all camaraderie. It's all they want to help each other get better. They, you know, they and they don't want individual stats. They want wins.
Right.
Because you get more wins, you're on a team that has more wins, you get more popularity too,
Yep.
and that, it's a business move at the same time. I think it's more of a, I want to win for this guy to my left and right, as he put it, you know.
Right.
Uh, I'm not gonna let them down, and I know they're not gonna let me down.
Right.
So it's a common thread, theme, whatever you want to call it, going on through the team, and it's yeah, I'm loving it, man. I'm loving every minute of it.
Right. Me too. You know what I'm saying? Another thing he said was, just working on the little things that he needed
Yep.
to be better at, that he wasn't good at. I think that's a testament of the teaching of Adam Butler. Because Adam Butler was like that. He didn't know anything at first. And then, he started to pick
Yeah.
stuff up. So, and don't
Yeah.
be surprised if you see Adam Butler and Jonah Laulu training in the off season with whoever Adam Butler said he trains with. I forgot the name, so I apologize, but yeah, look out for
Uh,
that.
yeah. You know what? When you bring that up, I was thinking the same thing too. I bet you
Yeah,
he's going to be in that camp next year. I think it was Tony Sheffield. I'm probably butchering the name, but it's something like that.
yeah. That's all I got on that. What about you, Monk?
Oh, that's all I got to say about that.
All right. So last but last and least, it is Malcolm Koontz, and this is one that's kind of short, so it'll be all right though. Let's get it.
it's nice to get back to the swing of things. Nice to be with the guys, so it feels good.
You miss the years, and how much more do you appreciate this opportunity?
Immensely, as much as I possibly could. Like I said it before, that you don't realize how good it is until it's taken away from you. So it's nice to be out there.
Malcolm, you are a confident guy, but you're not arrogant at all. And you bet on yourself. You could have went other places, but you bet on yourself here. I'm just curious, where does that come from? Is this something you were raised with? Is it just something you've developed? Where does that confidence come? Because it's a fine line with confidence and arrogant. I've never seen you be arrogant.
I don't know. Maybe it's just my parents, what they instilled in me, especially my dad and stuff. My dad and my mom. So I think it's that. Also, I think it's this building, the people that's in this building. You got Robbie and stuff, PG. So you got good people. You always want to stay around good people that have the best intentions for you. So that's definitely it.
You were cleared to finally let it rip to start training camp. Was there any kind of mental hurdle, apprehension at all, or was it just you walked on the field and felt natural and let's get after it?
No, I felt natural. The training staff here is great. So Drew, Chris, all the guys in the training room, they've been getting me right. So I trusted them, trust myself. So I felt good.
How close do you feel to being where you were before?
Right now, it's just trying to get back in football shape. That's it. So once I get that, I feel like I'm ready to go.
And he'll get there.
Part of the game in particular that, you feel you were able to, even though you weren't on the field last year, that maybe you got better at it without even being there?
I would say you get to see more of like the formations and kind of understanding football more when you're not playing. And like I feel like being a D lineman or being like on the edge, you have like such like a little window that you're looking through most of the time. So seeing the bigger picture and seeing like understanding like schemes and stuff like that better. So I guess that. But I would much rather be out there though. 1,000%.
Pete Carroll has said that this team and the culture that he's building has created a vibe where every guy is going to get out there and fight for each other. And you can feel that in the just presence of everyone through training camp. What would you say to how this team has really grown and developed under Carroll?
A lot. I would say that like it's not even just like football. Like all the years I've been here, it feels like we actually like are really close. Like even like you can joke around with everybody and everybody feels good to be around, and especially defensively, D-line wise and stuff like that. Like I would rather chill in the D-line room with all the D-linemen than just sit in the cafeteria by myself. So it's always great.
You talk about Robbie. He is one of your biggest fans, but man, he pushes you hard, and just about the relationship the two of you have built.
He's a great guy. I appreciate Robbie. I feel like he really can like see the type of player I am, see what my strong suits are, and see what I'm good at, and he can see things that sometimes I can't understand or stuff like that. So I think he helps me a lot. He definitely like when I'm kind of, because like if I'm not where my feet are, I can kind of get out there sometimes. He kind of brings me down, centers me a little bit. So appreciate Robbie, love him.
Now, what are your thoughts on the linebackers that are playing behind you?
It's crazy. Like I feel like this is the first time I had like the most like I guess years behind me, like vet wise and stuff like that, and they know what they're doing. So I feel good with those guys behind.
Landon Roberts seems to be quite a communicator. Would you talk about him and his communicative skills, please?
I feel like yeah, he's really good at just get everything relayed, and especially when things get loud, things get hectic, he can kind of center us and stuff like that. So he's good.
Early on, what would you say you believe is the identity of this defensive line, just from a personality perspective, but also on the field as well?
Just trying to be just guys with our hair on fire, just trying to get after the ball, 110% every play. We always got to be in the picture at the end of the play, so just getting after it. That's it.
Good. Perfect.
All right, so that was the end of that presser. It was a long presser, actually. It was an hour long. But I think we did pretty good on touching up all that stuff. So I'm just going to keep it real brief on Kooce because I already know how he going to do. But I think Kooce is going to go back into the form of them 9 sacks in 5, or was it 9 sacks in 8 games. So I think, or 8 sacks in 9 games. So I think.
Oh, that was Butler.
No, it wasn't. It was Kooce. It was Kooce. Huh? I'm talking about the year
Okay.
before.
Oh,
When
year before. Okay.
yeah, I'm talking about when AP stepped in.
Okay.
So
Sorry.
no, you good. So I think that like I said, sky's the limit for Malcolm Koontz, man. He's gonna be a beast. He said he's just trying to get back in football shape, and then he feels 100%. So I feel like we give him the whole preseason, just not letting him play, or whenever if we ever throw in our starters, just let him rock out for a little bit, get the feel back again, and then he'll be good to go. But yeah, really, I don't have a whole bunch of things to say on Koontz because I already know that he's going to be a force to be reckoned with. And like I said, he's going to challenge Max for them sacks, Joe. He's definitely going to challenge Max for them sacks. So, y'all be on the lookout for that. You know what I mean? Uh, yeah. So that's really all I got.
Okay. My notes is kind of short too because it's kind of a short speech, but and of course, uh, Jesus Christ, I wish I could write better.
Mm-mm.
Oh, yeah, he's focusing on the bigger picture. It's a common thing, among these players that you mentioned before in the last interview.
Mm-hmm.
It's little things, and he's looking at the bigger picture, which is awesome. Uh,
Right.
uh, he really likes the linebackers, behind him. That's, more about the linebackers than him. But I mean, it gives us a good sign because we're, a lot of us are still worried. A lot of people are still worried about our linebackers. Me, I'm not. But
Yeah. Me.
uh yeah, and how he's taken to Robbie Leonard, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and he loves Robbie Leonard, and so he's just. I mean, it's hard not to say the same things over and over again after these interviews because they're all basically saying the same thing, which is all good. You know, they're all it's all about camaraderie. You know, spending time together, and uh, but I'm just excited for this season, man.
Yeah. Me
I
too.
can't wait. I can't wait, but I don't want to get here too soon because once the season starts, it seems to go fast. But I'm
Max.
enjoying the training camp, the padded practices. I'll enjoy the the preseason games, and then with a couple weeks off, and then we start the season.
Mm-hmm.
I'm stoked about that, man, because all these interviews that you showed on your show, all these pressers and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and they're all they all seem to be on the same page.
Right.
And if you got that, because everybody's talented in the NFL, so but if you have that extra advantage of, you know, you'll die for the guy sitting to your left or right, you know, for your coach, you don't want to let them down. Before you'll die before you let them down. That's what I should have put.
Right.
The chip on their shoulder.
Thanks.
That was perfect
Um.
timing for that line.
So Jack is. Yeah, I know, right? Jack's been wanting me to tell you for like the past 10 minutes, but Jack, I couldn't even interrupt the presser. So, but he said that uh, Kalia has a really beautiful voice, and he can listen to that song over and over on the way to Bakersfield next year.
Uh, Europe knows that. He's played it on the show.
Yeah, But he's telling you that's how he feels about the song.
Oh yeah, yeah. She does. Thank you, Jack. Yeah. I wish
Yeah.
I had something to do with that beautiful voice, but I had nothing to do with it. Obviously, I was her mom, but but I did teach her music and stuff and guitar and stuff. So that was my
Right.
contribution. I had her listen to Beethoven and Mozart and shit when she was still in the womb. Just 'cause I heard it was good for him.
Right. That's great, huh? Um. So that's all you got on Kooce?
Yep,
All right.
pretty
Good.
short interview. So
Yeah. Well, guys, I was gonna do the just kick it segment, but it's 12 o'clock at night, and I gotta take my behind to bed. So,
oh
um,
hell yeah.
appreciate everybody pulling up. Thank you, so much. I love everybody in the chat, man. Thank you. You guys are the best. Always been the best. Always will be the best. Um, best chat in YouTube. You feel me? I don't care what nobody says. I don't give a damn. It's only 7 people in the chat. Y'all still the best chat in football. I mean, in on YouTube. So thank you very much for you know, hitting that like button. Matter of fact, on your way out, if you didn't, make sure you hit that like button. Get the algorithm juice going. You know what I'm saying? Get the algorithms going. Get your boy back up in there. Um, and yeah, man. Oh, you got anything to say before we head out?
I'll add one thing. You know, tell a friend. You know, if you can think of somebody that is not watching your show, let them know about it. Let them come check it out. You know, let's get him subs up even higher. I mean, he's climbing big time, but you know,
Yeah,
just but I love the chat, and we have a great chat. No
we
matter how
definitely do.
many or few are in here, we got a great chat. They're engaged. They
Yeah,
send comments through the whole show. We
yeah,
appreciate that, man. That's fucking awesome.
yes, sir. We definitely appreciate it, man, for real. So yeah, man. With that being said, y'all know what it is. You're Raiders.
Raiders.
Yes, sir. People, y'all have a good night, man. Like I always tell y'all, stay safe, stay away from the police, and don't be in the police car. You heard me? That's my advice to y'all.
If the cops pull you over, don't get the fuck out of your car unless they ask you to.
Hey, police pull you over, you better have all your credentials ready before you get out that goddamn car and have your hands out with your credentials. These motherfuckers is crazy. But
Yep.
I appreciate y'all, man. Frank, love you, bro. Thanks for always pulling up, man. And
Stuff,
you know,
Frank.
it's all
Yes, you.
love. It's 100% over here, bro. You feel me? To everybody though, you feel me? Everybody. Not just Frank, but including everybody. You know what I'm saying? So we appreciate y'all, man. And yeah, we out. Y'all have a good night.
Have a good night, Raider Nation.
Yep.